Hey, we are live with another episode of Lords of Hatred, our Star Wars show. We're playing the Burning Wheel hack known as Star Systems by Joel and Greg Young. And after a short delay, because 3,000 people in my city suddenly had a power outage, we apparently in chat people were blaming in our Facebook Messenger chat, we were blaming the Japanese, I guess, on this. I don't know why. And then Chad said one of the funniest things I've heard all day, which was, imagine the Japanese doing anything of relevance today. And I was just like, wow, Piece. Savage. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anime, right? Like that's the
anime and Pokemon.
That's what it is. Well, Pokemon's an anime, so
yeah. That's true. Yeah, so it's just
anime. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here, and let's just real quick do just beliefs. We'll just read through everybody's beliefs real quick, and so we can get started here. Connor, beliefs, go.
I'm not on Roll20 yet.
How dare you? All right, Kalos, beliefs, go.
I definitely didn't type these in the last 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. Ren has been a thorn in my side, and now he has the audacity to draw on me. I will show him what challenging me means.
Very nice.
What Jana is doing is good. We're keeping these children away from war and the teachings of the Jedi Council. I will do what I can to protect them. Cool. Relcash could be a useful ally. Saving those kids could bring him to my side. I will convince Ren and Bioka to save the kids.
Right. Yeah, and that being the kids who were taken by the Sith. Yeah. Cool. Ren, please.
I have to rewrite them now.
Okay. Rel, beliefs?
Yeah, I've got Kalos refused to disclose the location of Korriban, but there's still opportunity here. I'll find a way to profit from the situation, and I haven't written the other two yet because I completed them last time. So I will do that.
Got it. And then Biyaka.
I have begun to trust Kalos. I will try to turn him back to the light side. We'll see how that goes. And then I just started typing this one. I feel like my master is hiding something. And so I want to talk to him and try to find out what it is.
Sounds good.
I'll finish writing that in a second.
Yeah.
But then my third one, so maybe I have to, now that I'm once again my former master, I seek to learn from him and see what he has learned since we last worked together. I wanted to write about figuring out the truth about who killed the other Wookiee's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Was it his brother?
Yes.
But that's like too long term, right?
Yeah, probably.
So I'll come up with a third one. Instincts, whenever someone speaks ill of the Jedi Order, I get angry and may lash out. I will always seek to honor the Jedi Code, even to a fault. I do not trust any non-Jedi until they earn it.
Cool. Rel, did you fill those in yet? No. Ren, what about you?
I've got the first two. I'm gonna switch these around. Oh, that's not necessary. The Jedi are right to want Kalos back to Coruscant. I will bring Kalos to the Jedi Council. I will start by besting him in combat.
Cool.
Biyaka is unaware of my newfound revelations as to the Force. I will try to explain to him my view. And then I think I want to make a belief around, we're being attacked, but that hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I allowed to write it later and with the details, or should I just write we are being attacked?
I mean, I think we're all aware of the fact that this is going to happen as players, so that's fine. You can make a belief as if Ren is reacting to that. That's okay.
Okay. All right.
Who's Nomi again?
Nomi is Kalos's love interest from back in the Jedi Order. We haven't really seen her on screen yet. So
who's who?
Yeah. Nomi Sunrider.
Sunrider.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Forgot about her.
Okay, cool. So we are gonna jump in here with Lords of Hatred. So yeah, I was going back and forth on how exactly to start this episode. So before you guys were having that conversation in Facebook Messenger, my initial plan definitely was to just start the episode with orbital bombardment. Oh no! But you're definitely right. You're definitely right. that the best way to do this is to get you guys to at least like do half of the combat, like fight somewhat first, and then have that happen, because then you guys will have wasted resources, which I think
let's see who wins.
That makes sense. And I would like to see at least the beginning of the fight. I think that makes sense, right? If I had wanted to make that like bombardment thing a cliffhanger or whatever, or a thing, I should have done it at the end of last episode instead of the beginning of this episode. If we're doing proper pacing, right? You don't want to fake out people by having Ren ignite his lightsaber and then not get the combat. That's just going to make people angry. We have to see the combat. So we will start with that. I think that's the proper storytelling device right now. So Ren, you just ignited your lightsaber, facing off with Kalos in a hallway in this little training facility that Jaina has created with the help of Rel. And you basically just had a conversation with him and said, like, you're going to Coruscant. Like, you're coming with me and there's nothing that you can do about it. And Kalos was like, no, I'm not. And so you're like, yes, you are. Ignite lightsaber.
Can I tell him about the children? Is that something I told you about?
I don't think so. I don't remember that being brought up to Ren or Biaka yet.
Okay. I know I didn't bring up to Biaka, but I know I was looking for Connor or Ren.
Yeah, but like Ren like jumped on you in conversation right away, right? So I don't think you had a chance to. Okay. From what I remember, I don't think you did.
Right. Well, what do you do, Connor?
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean, my lightsaber is drawn the second you draw yours.
So are we gonna do like different fight rolls then? Do we want to do like
so I think what we're gonna do is just like take it beat by beat, right? So Powered by the Apocalypse style, where you say what you're attempting to do, and it's probably not going to be kill him or restrain him immediately or whatever, right? Like we'll do lower level intense, beat by beat intense, and then play it like that.
Is there a difficulty to have heard the lightsabers igniting?
Probably. I mean, you guys will hear this fight before long, I'm sure.
I feel like I'm gonna sense it.
Yeah, you might.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get like an exchange between Ren and Kalos before anyone will hear anything.
Okay.
But yeah, after things start happening, I'll definitely give you guys rolls or.
What happens if I do enough damage to kill him in one roll?
You won't.
Then you kill him on roll. I mean, like that's the way it works, right? It's if you say I want to wound him, right, and then you roll such that the damage, the dice you do is that's the wound, then that's what happens, right?
Because mathematically speaking, that is very possible. But
yeah, Ren and you have points.
That's if I go all out.
Yeah, and then Ren and you have persona points. Ren at any point during this combat could spend a persona point to redirect the narrative away from you doing that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend a single persona point on this combat whatsoever, because that would mean the GM wins.
I see.
And I wish that would mean that Jared would think likewise, but actually it means Jared is really excited to take advantage of the situation and to spend even more persona points.
I've got enough to spare. We haven't fought, and I've been harvesting them.
Yep. Okay, so my intent is to disarm him.
Okay. That's first thing you're going to do. So how are you going to do that? Just like with telekinesis, basically?
With my lightsaber.
Oh, with lightsaber.
Yep.
So are you like cutting off his hand? Is that what you're doing?
No, I mean, it's going to cut his lightsaber in half.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oof. Yeah, that's an intent for sure.
And it'll be fine if I destroy his lightsaber, because we're literally in like a Jedi training facility right now.
And Nibbit has a couple extras. Yeah,
exactly. Mine is worth 60 resources.
Yeah. His is a very powerful lightsaber. So.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a like upgraded lightsaber.
Oh, okay. I'll use the Force then.
What? No, right. Connor. Like that's the right decision.
Connor. I'm not gonna. Connor, I am going to kill you.
You need to go for the jugular immediately here, Connor. And I think cutting his lightsaber in half is the jugular.
Of metagaming.
Did they already light their lightsabers?
Yep. I don't want to actually harm a player character.
Right. So
but you're all mad right now. Aren't you all mad?
Really.
Cut his lightsaber.
Yeah.
You gotta do what your character's gonna do.
Yeah.
Connor, hurt me.
Well, the thing.
I thought you wanted to kill him.
Actually, you know what? No, I have dual wielding. I'm definitely going to
telekinesis his
pull your
lightsaber into your hand.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that's way cooler.
Sounds good. Yeah. So I assume that's probably a post telekinesis roll.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to fork in force-wise, force tremors-wise, especially because I'm facing another force user.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Soldier-wise, because he's a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was talking to Mickey.
You're good.
So what is that? So 6, 7, 8, 9. Meditation, obviously. I think that's it.
Yeah, because meditation is listed as a fork for.
Or no, telekinesis though, right? It's for lightsaber.
No, it's not. It's for lightsaber. I don't think you can fork in meditation here.
Oh no!
Yeah, you can fork in meditation for lightsaber typically, yeah, because it's listed there. Because like the idea is you're going into a trance, like a battle trance or whatever. But okay. Yeah, not for telekinesis.
Does Jedi doctrine help at all with using force powers?
You could make a linked test. You could make a link test with it, but it's not an automatic fork.
With Jedi doctrine?
Yeah.
Oh, in what way could you make a linked test? I feel like that's even more confusing.
So forks mean it automatically helps. Right?
Yeah.
Link test in this situation
give me an example.
So link test in this situation would be like, I want to make up something about Jedi doctrine, make a point about Jedi doctrine. That means that in this situation, Jedi doctrine is helping me. Right? Like,
oh, okay.
I happen to know this particular lightsaber form and its philosophical implications, and that's help. That could help.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. Okay.
Are you making that link test or no?
No. Especially unless would that take up my turn, so to speak, or
no? You can do link test beforehand. That's fine.
So I'm making a link test that I would be better in this situation, but what's the op then?
That is.
I was gonna say I have a more calm approach to the situation, right. Whereas he's more reckless.
Yeah, if you make a link test with Jedi doctrine, he's just gonna make a link test with Jedi and Sith doctrine, and we're gonna be here all week, and it'll probably just end up benefiting him more. So you should just not do that, and then he shouldn't do it either.
all right, that's fine.
That's just for me. You guys do what you want, but I think he has both. So
yeah.
I would say up to if you wanted to do that, but you don't have to take it.
Yeah, I'm fine with not doing it. That's fine.
Okay.
And I know you guys, so I'm sure you both left them at the base amount when you took them, right?
No, my Sith doctrine's 6.
Oh, really? Never mind.
Yeah.
Force training.
Yeah, I think both their Jedi doctrines are low, but
yeah, my Jedi doctrine's low. Sith doctrine's high.
Oh no, that's
okay. And then
Ren has 6 in Jedi doctrine.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
And then the ob is just imposing.
Yeah, it's just gonna be whatever he rolls.
Just leave it open.
Yeah, just leave it open.
Oh wow.
Okay, it's a 6.
Okay, so your ob is 6, Kalos, and then after you roll, we'll just look back, Connor, and make sure you wouldn't get a test.
So is this just a defense roll, or do
I
have...
the intent, I assume here, right, is you maintain the lightsaber in your hand, right? You're just defending against his action.
Okay, so
and then he'll make an action, and I'll oppose it.
That's the idea, I think.
Okay, I'm fine with that as long as we have that. In mind.
Could his intent instead be to turn the lightsaber on and let him pull it and stab him with it?
Yes, that is also an intent that could work in this situation.
You know what? That is what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, but then that's an attack rather than a defense, right?
It's an aggressive defense.
Yeah. No, so it's
right. But how do we do that for in terms of rules, right?
There are no rules, man. This is not a combat system in the book.
So basically, right, that's if your roll wins, you get your intent.
It's just about intent.
It would be just like any other Bloody Versus or roll where it's just
Okay.
that you get what you want.
The intent of the
Well,
role,
that's just
right.
different than what we had just established.
Yes.
So
And
that's why I'm
then
just clarifying. And then he doesn't get to like make an attack, and I have to try to find a
but
way
I think
to
that
make
makes
my
more sense. It
defense
just
offensive.
It just depends on the intent of the role. Obviously, if Jared was like, I attack him instead, like I don't think that's right. But this is a very particular thing that could make sense as a defense, quote unquote.
I am
you
going
probably could
to.
have good armor.
I mean, I do have good armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might just take it in the face. Well, probably not with a lightsaber, not with this system. But if you were Darth Vader, you could just take it in the face.
Does lightsaber negate? The lightsaber doesn't negate armor completely, though, does it?
I don't.
No,
think so,
it just has a ridiculous amount of VA. I think to the point where I don't think it matters.
Which is like armor piercing.
I'm pretty sure that the best armor you can get is like 5, and I'm pretty sure lightsaber has 5 VA. So
that sounds correct.
I think it functionally ignores every armor you can possibly buy unless you use special stuff.
Why did I get armor?
Well, I mean, lightsabers are the most powerful weapon that you can be hit with, basically, short of spaceships. So, anything else?
Yeah, I also got armor negation for my lightsaber specifically. I spent points on that too.
Yeah, I remember that's when we had this conversation. I looked at it and I was like, I don't think you need that. I don't think there's any armor that can stop you.
I might switch that out because it's
probably won't matter.
But yeah,
it's too late.
So
roll.
I am going to go with the pull of his lightsaber, or not his lightsaber. The pull of his telekinesis. I'm gonna use it to like propel me towards him and stab him non-fatally.
I mean, that's not. You can't really do the intent there. You're going to do a wound to him per the damage dice at that point, right? That's how it works.
I'm gonna kill him though. Okay.
Well, he has a persona point, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
no, literally, running. And that's the thing, right? It's not that he can do 2 different things with a persona point. He can spend it to survive a mortal wound, and he can spend it to redirect the narrative away from certain death. So he can literally spend a persona point every time you're about to kill him to just redirect it away from that, right?
Okay.
And also, I mean, it's more about what you would do in the moment.
He still takes damage, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, the one time we've used this rule was when I was playing Caspian and I drank poison.
Yeah.
And I was super messed up. I had like
it's not necessarily that you take damage. It's not automatically that. It's just that it redirects the narrative into a bad situation, another bad situation, but isn't that you just die. So it could mean damage, but it could be something else. It could be he now has to make a really hard roll, sort of a thing.
Can my intent be to like do that, but through that to just beat him so thoroughly that he's afraid of me?
Could your intent be to cut his lightsaber in half?
Yeah, I could.
So I think we're starting to get outside the realm of plausibility for what you can do in this intent. I think it makes sense for you to let the lightsaber go and try to ignite it, but I don't think it makes sense because he's not trying to pull you. I don't think you can just go along and then stab him. Like that's not what's happening here. That's a separate action on your part, I think.
What?
So what I'm saying is Ren right now is rolling, and he just rolled to take your lightsaber away. You can give up the lightsaber, and then your telekinesis roll here is to stab him with it, or lightsaber or whatever, is to stab him with it as it goes away. But if you're keeping your lightsaber, then you have to roll
currently
against
in
him
my
right
hand
now.
And ignited.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You haven't rolled against him yet. So you have this roll has to be you keep your lightsaber or you do something else with your lightsaber, not you attack him per se, right? Like you're defending against his action in some sense. It made sense to say, I let go of the lightsaber and I want to like let him have it, but then it hits him. But it doesn't make sense to just for you to just say, I attack him instead. Like you have to either keep the lightsaber.
I'll roll a defense roll and then I'll attack roll. But, just keep it simple.
Yeah, my main point is you have to respond against what he's doing.
Okay. Okay. I will. But I'm just confused because this.
So his intent is to take away your lightsaber.
This is bloody versus, right?
No.
No. Oh,
we're just making a roll.
This isn't the actual.
Oh, okay.
We're just making a versus test right now.
I gotcha. I thought we were doing bloody versus.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll telekinesis. I will fork in force-wise, soldier-wise, force tremors-wise, and then it's persona to tap hatred, right?
Yes, I think so.
And then
Let me check. Yes, you spend a persona point to tap your hatred. Yeah.
And why would I not tap all 6 of them?
Mm-hmm. So log a test towards hatred, the obstacle being equal to the dice tapped.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the issue with doing a short campaign like this. Cal is like, I have no reason to not just go full hatred all day, every day. Whew.
Yep, that's what I should have expected.
Yeah, so that's a challenging test for you on telekinesis, Ren. You had 9 dice versus 11.
Thanks for the routine. I don't need gun.
So, Ren, you use the force, try to get the lightsaber from him, and Kalos just stonewalls you, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And ignites the lightsaber, and now you guys are facing off, both still with your lightsabers. Kalos, what do you do?
All right. I want to attack him with my lightsaber, but my intent is to not kill him, but to so thoroughly intimidate him that he's afraid to continue fighting me.
So you're rolling an intimidation check.
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, like you're fighting him, but the actual thing you're doing is you're just looking incredibly menacing and convincing him to back off.
Yeah.
Or a fear out and make him make a steel test. Is that an option as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, in this case, like the idea would be I would give you just like an advantage die to your intimidation for that, right?
Yeah, I'll do that, but narratively, I'm going to say it slips out, and that's why, because he's been trying hard to keep that in check, so the Sith don't know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it slips out, and I'll take the bonus dice for that. Am I just going up against his will, or does he roll a defense?
Yeah,
that's not as interesting, but okay. And is this a role that Connor like has a say in?
Oh yeah, I mean, Ren has to have so we do have to decide beforehand whether or not Ren could be intimidated. So your intent is to what exactly, Kalos, with that intimidation?
To basically show him he's like there's no chance that he will win, and that the only reason he'll still live after this is because I chose him.
Is that something that Ren could come to believe? I assume so, right? Because he's not forcing an action on your part. He's just getting you to understand something.
Well, I mean, the action is that he'll stop trying to fight me.
Okay.
But
is that I don't know what word I'm looking for. An acceptable.
Yeah, I think so. I think the reasoning would be like he just thinks this is such especially he's tapping hatred, so there must be some sort of not visible, but
you can definitely feel the dark side aura and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I'm just like, holy crap. Like
the only reason
I understand why we need him back to the Jedi Council, or that he was like, it's okay if you kill him because
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
But so Ren, is the difficulty your will? Is it 4 or is it higher than that? You can impose disadvantage or whatever. If you think Ren would have a harder time believing this.
I mean, I feel like 8 is a fine difficulty, especially considering that he'll succeed that with flying colors.
Okay. Well, I'll use intimidation, of course. Since I'm using my lightsaber, I get +2 because my lightsaber is 7, so I'm currently at 3. I'm going to be pounding on him telekinetically as well, just to hammer the point home.
Mhm.
So that's 4. I will fork in Ugly Truth and say the only reason you're still living is because I have been very patient with you.
Sorry, what did you say? You're forking in telekinesis?
Yeah.
I don't think that makes sense. Like you're doing, like, obviously you're fighting him, but that's like the thing that's making the roll possible. It's not you're not more intimidating because you can use the Force. I mean, he can use the Force.
Yeah.
I mean, his intention is to try and prove that he's better at that. Same thing with lightsaber. He's trying to prove that he's good with his combat ability, right?
Yes, but like, again, I don't think his dice in it are the actual relevant point. It's just that it's convincing Ren. It's not actually being better, right? Like so for example, no. So what I'm saying is, if he could, under that ruling, he could have had 3 lightsaber and just forked in lightsaber, and that would have made no sense, because then he's definitely worse than Ren at it. So I just don't think it makes sense.
Having lightsaber makes you more dangerous, even if you're not as good as if you were also good at other stuff. I mean, like if he had 9 telekinesis and 3 lightsaber, the fact that he still has a lightsaber still helps. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Again, I think it's making the role possible. Like that's the point of the role. But him having the skill in those things isn't the point of the forks. Isn't the point of the dice being put together here. Just by virtue of the fact that if I allowed it here, that means he could have a 1 in both of them and still get dice, which doesn't make any sense. It's not about that. It's about his intimidation itself. So
sure. That makes sense.
Force wise, because I'm using, my
specifically because of the dark side stuff. Yeah.
And soldier wise, because I know what
he's a soldier,
and I know what soldiers fear.
Yep.
And then force tremors wise, because that's the catch-all.
Yep.
So is that 7? I'm at then.
I don't know. I forgot what you forked.
I'll recount them.
Yeah.
That's 6. Okay. Well, that's like 12. That's 12 I'm rolling with. Okay. I'll roll tap another hatred.
Tap hatred again.
Does it have some kind of? I assume there's a penalty to that of somebody.
Yeah, I get a test every time I do it.
Okay.
Progresses towards my death.
Right.
Yeah. 8.
Wow.
Whoa.
I could spend fate. I didn't get any 6s.
It shouldn't be a challenging test. You put all those dice in Artha when it shouldn't. It shouldn't have been all in Artha.
Oops.
Let's see. You were rolling.
Fate.
It's still a routine test. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's still one. So.
But yes, you can spend 1 or 2 fate. No, yeah, 1 or 2 fate if you'd like. You have 1 6, so you could spend 1 fate to reroll that 6, or 2 fate to reroll that 6 and a traitor.
What about proprioception?
Proprioception is only for physical abilities, not intimidation. Yeah.
Darn.
And it's an activated thing too.
Okay. What do you mean an activated thing?
Like it's not something you could fork in. It's
no. He's he's spending fate right now.
Yeah. So if I'd rolled lightsaber, I could have rolled proprioception, or is that just
I think in the rules itself, it's like your physical stats, not a skill. Yeah. It's mainly for like jump, like force jumping and force sprinting, that sort of stuff.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'll do 2. Aha!
There you go. 1 is all you needed. So go ahead and make sure you have spent those 2 fate in intimidation.
Okay.
The little bubble there.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be here long enough for that to matter.
Well, yeah. You should get in the habit of it when we're playing Burn Wheel. Just that's how it works. So Ren, you are convinced, like this is like intense dark side I mean, I'm starting to imagine like Darth Sidious spinning and screaming, right, as he attacks, like just like primal rage, right, from Kalos, and you're pushed up back and back and back in the hallway, just like barely keeping pace with him, and you can understand that like he is so much more powerful than you, if only just because of the dark side stuff, right? You can tell like dark side energy is just pouring off of him in waves, and you just have no chance to beat him in pure might.
I if I may, I think you can tell that aside, like if it wasn't for the dark side, we would be like exact equals because it is literally what we are.
Yeah.
Dice per dice.
Yeah. Ren understands that and knows that he cannot defeat him.
Yeah. Okay. I think, I guess, obviously, so I understand that.
Oh, and then
But
Kalos'
how do I
intent
like
was
stop fighting? Like, what does Kalos give like a stand down kind of a posture at some point, or like
if you stop
what's
fighting,
kind of like
know.
your yeah, I guess he doesn't Ren doesn't like unsheath his lightsaber or whatever, but he just like retreats, right? And it's just like, what the heck? Like force jumps away, or like instead of like going in for an attack, he's just kind of like, okay, like let's just hold up, everybody breathe.
I immediately regret my decision.
Yeah.
yeah. Does one of you say something?
I don't. I think I'd probably just look in shock of like, holy crap, this is a whole different, it's a whole different monster.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't say any, crap, what's the lady's name? The Twi'lek?
Jaina.
Jaina. You need to put her in major characters.
I know. I haven't made a character sheet for her because I have to manually make characters now in this version because it's the Star Wars thing, and so I haven't done it yet.
Okay, if you don't say anything immediately, Kalos says, this will be the second time I haven't killed you. There won't be a third. Don't push it. Go talk to Jaina and you'll understand why we can't go to Coruscant yet. And then I just walk away.
Well, so I think you say that, and Ren, do you immediately respond at all?
No,
Okay.
I think he's just like, whew, that could have ended a lot worse.
And Kalos, so we see Kalos turn, right? And then, of course, that's the moment where the whole building shakes and you hear sirens in the distance, right? And something has just gone terribly, terribly wrong. But let's go ahead and cut to Rel or Beaka, who's probably like more in the like insight of whatever's going on here. I think maybe we get this then. Rel, where are you when you get a warning signal from your men, from your people?
Right. Well, I probably heard the fighting and I was going to go look to see what happened. And then I got a message. So I'm probably at the mouth of the hallway that they were in. And then I turn back to I probably wouldn't answer a call. So maybe it just like pops up because it doesn't seem like you actually have to answer calls in Star Wars. They just kind of come through sometimes. So I probably just, someone's like, hey, we're being shot at.
Yeah.
Or would it be
it's
like
probably
we're being shot at? Or?
It's probably your Wookiee War Master guy. He's basically just says like, Manda's had a perimeter breach.
Right.
Like there's Sith attacking.
That was going to be my question. I assume if a Sith fleet popped into the system, I'd probably find out before they got here. Right?
Yes, and you would have, and except Elashtak basically says like there must be a traitor amongst our ranks because we did not get this in time. Like they got way too close. Someone got them here.
Right. Okay.
We've been compromised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, just from a setting perspective, do I think there's any chance that we could beat a force of Sith that just comes to the planet? Like, does that seem?
I think Rel's
reasonable expectation.
Rel's perspective would probably be, we probably just give up and try to make a deal with the Sith at this point. Like that's probably where you would immediately go, because I don't think you don't have an army, right? Like this is a literal army. So you being you would probably just try to make a profit out of it, right? And just be like, yeah, sure, I'll help you, Sith overlords. Just like, tell me what you want. I'll give it to you for a price. That sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I would expect. But you obviously can take it a different way if you'd like. Yeah. But you understand you don't have the firepower to beat it, especially if they got here and are bombarding the system or bombarding the planet, and they weren't hailed before this, like they weren't noticed before this.
Yeah. So he says, prepare every gun we have and try and root out that traitor. In the meantime, get me a I don't know, channel. Is that what they call them? That's a Star Trek. I don't know if they call it channels in Star Wars.
With the Sith commander.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to say call the guy, but I don't know what they would call that.
Communications with.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a communication with their leader. I don't remember his voice, by the way, so I apologize.
It was raspy. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Same.
Right now, it seems like it's the angry version of what you had before. So that
works.
Cool. Yeah. So I think that's probably a roll. Maybe just do this, Rel. Let's have you make a circles roll to see if you have a good comms officer who can get you into touch with them.
I mean, I have transmissions, but I don't know how hard this is going to be. Yeah. I also have a comm pad, like a not a normal comm, but like a comm backpack or something. It's like a better version. Yeah.
Let me look at transmissions and see how difficult this would be. Because you can always roll circles test to have a better person with us. But
yeah, because if it's hard, then I probably won't.
Exactly.
I mean, I imagine just calling someone isn't a very hard role.
I mean, the idea is to actually get a hold of the leader, right? Like, there are a couple steps there. Let's make it an up to.
Okay. I don't know that I have any wises involved here. Like making a connection, I don't know that I have anything like that.
Yeah, probably not.
So we'll just make the mistake of hoping for luck here.
Okay. Hey, there you go. Did it.
Sweet, thank you.
I should have been op 2 though. So, I said op 2, not op 3. But
sorry.
It still would have been difficult, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should mark that. So then I guess I don't say give me a line. I just cut the communication there, and then I'll call them myself.
Yeah. So
although first I'll probably try and I want to look down the hallway and see if anyone's dead.
I mean, you just see Ren, like, have you turned off your lightsaber at this point?
Have I? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So and I assume Callus, you have too. Yeah. So you just see Ren like breathing heavily and Callus walking away from him. Right.
Well, yeah. I imagine everyone in the facility felt like my hate.
Yeah. Everybody felt it. You heard lightsaber combat. You see scorch marks on the walls. Like, what happened for sure. But yeah, you just see Callus walking away.
Okay. Yeah.
As you're doing
is he walking towards me then?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
And you put your lightsaber away, you said? Callus?
We both have already had our lightsabers put away.
Put them, okay. Yeah, so I say, you'll have to find time for that later. We need to go. I don't know how, but the Sith made it to the atmosphere planet. I don't know. They
into orbit. Yeah.
Oh, into orbit without me knowing.
Yep. Kalos immediately thinks it's because his hatred slipped out.
Yeah,
I mean, the timing there would be that you just did that. Like,
we knew that they were in the system. So
we as the audience knew they were in the system because of Ren's
this planet
vision.
Was like the closest planet to the one that they last attacked.
It was close, but it I mean, you had enough reason to think they wouldn't immediately follow you here. That it's unlikely. Yeah.
It would have taken longer just to like fly here from wherever they came out of, hyperspace.
Yeah.
Star Wars space time. Bull crap.
If Kalos thought about it logically for a second, he would realize that this can't be him. But that's probably what his visceral reaction is.
But regardless, if they were that close, they definitely felt me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, now they know. If they didn't know where you were before, they do now. Yeah. Which, I mean, they were shooting at us. So, and then I guess I turn to Jaina and I say, "We need to round everyone up. We're leaving now."
Cool. Yeah. And then are you like doing the call as you say this?
Yeah, and then I.
As like the ringtones come up, I'm like, negotiations aren't going to work because a genius over there made my evil slip out. So they definitely felt that, and they definitely know I'm here. So
yeah, and then of course that's when Ulic Keldrama comes up on the screen, right? So the apprentice to the Dark Lord of the Sith in the Brotherhood, and is facing you, and Kalos, you see him from the other side of the holocom, right? And he says, "Rel Ka'ash, to what do I owe the pleasure?"
I thought I'd ask you that question, given that you just fired on my spaceport.
Oh, your spaceport. I didn't know things had progressed that far since we last met. And you've actually never met this guy before.
Okay, yeah.
He probably doesn't say that. He implies a familiarity with you by basically saying like, I didn't know things had caught that far. Right. But he doesn't. He obviously has never met you before. So
yeah. Says yes. Well, I've gotten here by knowing who to make enemies and who to make friends. And if there's one thing I know about the Sith, it's that I do not like to make enemies with you. So I'd appreciate it if you'd stop shooting at me.
And what will you give me in return?
Why don't we have a pleasant conversation? Like gentlemen.
I think we're having a conversation right now, and one where the screams of the dying certainly painting it with a particular timbre, one that's in my favor.
Because I wouldn't define that as pleasant or a conversation.
Yes, but it would be a negotiation, wouldn't it? And it would be one that I would win.
Sounds like extortion, but I suppose that's not above, or you're not above that.
Neither are you, Rel.
I don't have the extortion skill.
It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
You're not above it.
You're below it, David, not above it.
It's a question of execution. And
we can talk executions if you'd like, but I hope it didn't get to that point.
Yeah, you should probably choose your words more carefully.
Yeah, he says, well, it's clear you've made your decision. I don't know why I'm bothering to talk to you anymore. And he like goes to turn the communication off, but he takes long enough to see if he
takes long enough, and then he says, Kalos, are you there?
All right, if he says that, then I just cut it off.
Okay, yeah.
If he's not speaking to me, then he's not.
Yeah, and that makes it pretty obvious to everyone in the room that like the point of him coming here, at the very least now, like maybe they were going to attack this for a different reason, but yeah, now they're like, we want Kalos and we'll burn the whole place down until we get him.
Right.
Is Ren and/or Bioka within?
Ren is definitely there. But let's ask that question. Bioka, where were you when this all started happening?
I thought that I was I don't even know what the place looks like. I feel like I was just out like in the lobby.
Yeah, I think you were like
not much time has passed. Like
we can say you just like walk up at this point if you'd like. If you just like heard what was happening.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Basically the same.
I thought that I was
felt my
yeah.
Well, I thought that I was near Rel for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And this isn't a big place.
Yeah. So Bioka just shows up at that point. Yeah.
And is
sorry, yeah,
Ren's right here too now?
Yeah, Ren's here. Yeah.
Okay.
Did Kalos, did you say something? What was the last time? Why did we suddenly start talking about Bioka?
I just wanted to see where everyone was in relation to each other. So we can all be in the scene.
Got it. Just make sure.
Like angrily just 180 towards Ren. I'm like, again, they know I'm here now too. This is the second time that you've screwed me over, Ren.
So as soon as the transmission cuts off, I look at Ren and I say, Master, we need to go now. We need to get Kalos and get out of here now.
I think Ren is a little too shook up to respond to that right away. I think he between the two of you, it just kind of is like in his own mind thinking, and he just doesn't say anything right away.
They're not coming. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I look at him and I say, Master, snap out of it. And then HK yells that at him like,
yeah. Exasperated remark. Byakhee is insisting that you come to your senses, Master.
Right. Kalos, are we leaving? And he's not necessarily asking permission, more just like, are we in a fight about this too, or?
So are you guys cool right now, or like?
I mean, he just tried to in Kalos's mind.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Oh no, you can definitely feel that there's like you could, if you didn't hear us fighting, you could definitely feel. Like,
I know you guys fought fighting, for sure. Yeah. I think Byakhee understands like something happened over there, mm-hmm. like the force was strong, some mm-hmm. kind of conflict, but I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know the details. So,
but I don't know, Ren. Are you going to ambush me again? Are you going to try to kill me? Are you going to attack me?
Ambush? What do you mean ambush?
I don't know. What do I mean, Ren?
Master?
He's just trying to get in our heads again.
What?
Deception. Deception. You little.
No, he doesn't. Ren doesn't consider that the truth.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see it.
Okay.
Ways. Yeah.
Okay. I don't even. I'm just like, okay, what's going on? What is going on?
Everyone looks at Rel.
Kalos, what are we doing?
Well, I wanted to, go save some younglings that are being killed by the Sith, but Ren doesn't like that idea. He just wants to attack me. But, we should probably leave. They know I'm here now. We can't really negotiate.
Yeah, I mean, probably at that point, Jaina comes running up.
Yeah, I assume that she's rounded up the kids, because I'm like, if people aren't coming, they're getting. And
she's probably put one of the older boys in charge of like getting them to like some bunker or something they have underneath this, some safe space they have. But so Jaina comes running over, and then she says, "Good, you're all here. Rel, I've evacuated the kids for now. Do you have any particular plans?"
Yes, we're getting everyone off this planet. They're looking for Kalos, and if we leave, they'll leave.
Do you have, is there any way that me and the children can go?
With us.
I don't think that's the best plan, Rel.
So I know we mentioned that I had people looking for these kids. I assume that I probably also have, or can I establish that I have other places with people like this? Maybe not like teachers like her. I don't know how many Jedi I can train. Wait, no, this is the Old Republic. There's lots of Jedi.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are, willing to see my point of view or whatever, but I'd like to think that I have sort of like safe houses for this kind of thing, since they have to find these people all over the place. If you want me to make a roll to see if that's the case, is that something?
Yeah, let's have it be a roll. It would probably just be resources, right? You're just like,
yeah.
Did I buy safe houses?
Yeah, that was my intention. Cool.
What's the I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Resources 111. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's say Ob 6 resource test.
Okay. And then I assume I can use my reputation.
I don't think you can.
Or is that's just for circles?
That's circles, yeah.
Okay.
You can use cash or funds though.
Yeah. I mean, this would have been a thing I'd done previously. Can I still do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I will do that. You said 6?
6, yep.
Can this be graduated in that if I do better, I got better hideouts?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I was assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say you have like 1.
Well, can I spend a fate to reroll those?
Yes.
6s.
Yeah, you have 3 6s. So you can spend 1 or 2 fate for 3 or 4 dice.
2 more.
Yeah. So you have at least 2 or 3, like you have a handful of good hideouts out there.
Okay. Yeah. So I tell her that. I say, this isn't the only place I have, and we need to find one that isn't compromised. If they felt callous here, they probably feel the rest of you. This place is compromised.
Yes, and that is exactly why I don't want to go with Kalos. Rel, he is the dangerous one in this situation. Give me the coordinates of one of the safe houses. I have a contact in the city. We can get there. Do you want to endanger the lives of these children? Any more than they have to be?
Yeah, I think he says, all right, go. And then sorry, I was in my west. All right, go. And then
she takes off. She takes off, and then I think the last thing we see is like Jaina, she starts to go around the corner, and we see Nibbit like come around the corner where she is, and like she stops and looks back, and Nibbit just like looks at you guys, Ren and Kalos and Biaka, and then just like waves.
Yeah.
And then
you have to do the voice.
Nibbit says goodbye. And then
that's pretty good.
Oh, so that's
turns around and goes.
There's a single tear.
I do the Qui-Gon thing, and I kneel down to him and like put my hand on his shoulder, like,
it's heroin.
May the force be with you, always. What'd you say?
I was making an Arl Knots reference. I was like, it's heroin. Don't you remember that?
That's heroin.
Midichlorians? Qui-Gon, what are midichlorians? It's heroin.
It's heroin.
Anyway, if you guys haven't seen Arl Knots, it's a weird lip sync thing of all the Star Wars movies. They're very funny.
Emphasis on weird.
Yes. Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah, very weird. But so yeah, you say that, and he says, Nibbit doesn't really know what that means yet, but he will try to know. And then Jaina nods and says, we'll teach you. Come on, Nibbit. And then she runs. Yep. And they disappear on the corner, and then that's when the building shakes again, and you guys know you're running out of time. So where to? What do you guys do?
So are they like actively raining down?
Yeah, they're actively bombarding the city.
Would they though?
Well, okay, so they're not terrorist bombing it, right? They're not like that level. Yeah. It's just like normal like artillery warfare sort of stuff, right? They're just trying to weaken the defenses and take out. Yeah, so it's just like there's explosions.
They don't want to kill Kalos.
But they're not leveling
they're
the city
attacking
or
the defenses.
Yes, exactly. But there's obviously explosions and stuff going on.
And I'd assume that they are already actively sending
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
if you guys like get to a place where you can like look out a window, you see like just Sith ships like flying through the city. And
so I think that because they can't kill them, like they can't just destroy the city, like that buys us some time, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So can I roll tactics to come up with a plan that lets us get to a ship alive or something?
That seems like a possibility. Yeah. Did
is that what we want to do?
Yeah, that's one path. The only person who would maybe conflict that is just if Rel has another.
I figured we'd go to the ship, and also when I told, I can't forget his name. I knew it a minute ago. The Wookiee, Alashak. I told Alashak to get everybody. I meant to be like get them ready, but I want him and a handful of people to go to the ship. And I didn't say that, but that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
So if I need to, I'll tell them now. But basically, I want them to meet us at the ship so we have a way to get out of the place. And then the rest of the people can, make a good show of it before the Sith realize we're gone and then leave, hopefully.
Sure, yeah. So did you say basically the idea is he's going to get people on that ship and then come to you, or you're going to go to him?
Whichever is faster, I guess.
I mean, given the fact that you like showed up here on like the equivalent of a space taxi, it's probably makes more sense for him to come to you.
Yeah, because it's probably at the palace or whatever.
Exactly.
So yeah, basically maybe we can try and find a rendezvous that's a safe place to get out of here. And maybe that's where you can lead us to.
Yes, yeah, that's true. You can meet halfway basically and just try to get to a rendezvous point that's safe. Yeah. So Bianca, if you want to make that tactics roll, you can try to navigate safely, get everybody safely through the.
So
war
they're
zone.
not coming right to the front door to pick us up.
No, yeah. So the idea would be you need to leave this building because they know that this is the last place you were, but you can't get all the way to the palace yourselves because there's a battle, there's a war going on. You know, there's people fighting, and so the idea would be to safely navigate the war zone to get to a rendezvous point. Is the idea?
Yeah.
I can give you Citywise for help.
Yeah. Rel can help with Citywise. Run and Kalos, I think, both have tactics as well, right?
I have tactics and
I have tactics.
Yeah, you can probably actually no strategy. Yeah, you can you can only help with one, so it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
Can I fork in force tremors wise?
Yes.
Because we have to like know how to dodge all these things.
All the Sith and stuff. Yeah.
I think that's it. I want to say observation, but that's not right. Right? I remember you saying something like that.
I think observation makes sense in this circumstance. Yeah, given what it is. But then you can add 3 help from the other people.
So I have 5 total.
Yep.
What's the
let's say that's a good question. Let's say
like it would be
3.
Not like super easy. Oh. All right. Oh, barely.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to safely get to a rendezvous point, not like there are other stipulations you could have added that made it more difficult than that. But I think with a successful test, and you can mark that routine on tactics, you successfully and safely navigate you guys to the rendezvous point. But basically what happens is the event horizon is starting to touch down, and that's when a Sith shuttle shows up, right? To kind of face off with you to whether or not you get off this planet.
I want to pull it into the ground. I want to star killer it.
You want to star killer it as it comes down? You could attempt to do it. Yeah.
I actually don't think it's that hard. I think it's like Ob 4 to pull down a massive thing, which is what a shuttle is.
Mm-hmm. But to like blow it up?
Well, I mean, if you pull it into the ground, they're not meant to do that. Mm-hmm. I guess it depends on how forcefully you pull it down, but everything in Star Wars explodes when you look at it.
What would the roll be to pull it down?
Yeah, I'm looking.
And just
pull it down and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Ob. It's going to be an Ob 6 altogether.
I turn to Bioka.
Well, so what's your specific intent?
I want to crash it into the ground with enough force to explodify it.
Okay, so that's an Ob 9, I think.
I want to crush the hyperdrive inside of it and make them like hyperdrive into the ground.
Nah, that's going to be too specific. Then the planet rips in half.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth trying.
Yeah, I think it's an Ob 9 for that one.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to like just try to disable it, like, stop the shuttle from moving for a while. It's another thing to literally rip it down to the ground and have it explode.
I mean, our ship has guns, right? Could you just hold it in place so they can turn around and blow it to pieces?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could attempt.
I don't know how the ship combat works in this at all, but I imagine it's very easy to hit a stationary target. It's 10 feet away from you.
Probably true. You want to do that? I think that's probably Ob 7.
I thought David just said it was Ob 4. To lift a massive object.
So there's different Ob increases for different things, including subject is moving at great speed, which is this.
Yeah. Maybe not worth the time it's going to take to figure it out.
We'll just use lightsaber on them when they come out. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, you will. I won't.
So what are you doing?
Or run into the ship, I guess, until someone challenges me.
So you're just gonna let them land?
Does the shuttle have weapons on it?
I think it would. Yeah, they'd have some sort of form of weapons. Are you doing anything to the shuttle or letting it land?
I don't think we're doing anything.
Yes, we're letting it land.
Okay.
What was the ob? What was the ob to bring it down?
To bring it down and like explode it, it would be ob 9.
Oh, you
That's
could probably
not even-
get a lot of helps from all of us if we all help.
I mean, the two of you. Well,
Can't he shoot it at the same time?
I don't have any combat skills. I have force wise.
Oh.
I can tell you that you're doing it wrong. It doesn't make any sense at all. But technically, in mechanics, it works.
I don't think I'd let you get it.
So we'd have exactly 9 dice. So mathematically, we're probably
Well, but it opens.
You could also tap hatred if you wanted to.
I've already tapped it twice. I'm saving it for something good.
Yeah, we'll just let them land. I mean, you're better at killing people face to face anyway. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we see situation. So you guys are like running towards the event horizon as it's like starting to land. And so I think the situation is like there's some sort of landing pad in another part of the city, right? And maybe some part of a tower nearby has been like just exploded because anti-aircraft guns were on this tower and it got destroyed during the fighting, and so there's like metal shrapnel and wreckage and stuff across the like landing pad and stuff, and so the event horizon is having some difficulty like trying to find a particular place to land and trying to clear out some space, and as you guys are like running up to the landing pad, you see a shuttle, and it doesn't land, right? It just kind of like hovers next to the walkway where you guys are running down. So I'm imagining it like there's a metal walkway that's like going down to a circular landing pad at the end of it. And you guys are like halfway down the walkway and the shuttle pulls up and then Sith just like start jumping out and to like intercept you on the walkway. And among their number is Ulic Keldrama himself. So yeah, you see some regular Sith, some like random Sith brothers of the Brotherhood, and Ulic Keldrama, who looks like this. So yeah, kind of brown hair. He's wearing like red Sith armor.
Butthead.
He has.
Now I see why you didn't want him to just pull the ship into the ground.
Hey, I would have gone with it if he had done it. He just decided not to. And he, stands face to face with you guys. Do you immediately attack, or do you let them get a slight bit of a villain monologue first?
I mean,
if you have something ready to say, just say whatever he wanted to say.
Yeah, I'll let him.
Cool. Yeah, so he just says, Kalos, come with me, and you can grasp power beyond your imagining. Why have you been running from this? Why don't you fulfill your destiny and stand at our side? You and me together, we could kill Exar Kun. I would be the Dark Lord of the Sith, and you my apprentice.
Ren.
So there's just a pause, and then Kalos just bursts out laughing.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm killing him all on my own.
But before we get that scene, like we get a close up of Ren's eyes. If he's like, is he gonna turn right now? I don't know. And then he just bursts into laughter.
And then Ulic just lights his lightsaber up and he says, "You're a fool, Kalos, and you will die like a fool."
Yeah, and you're a wannabe Sith, dude.
Sorry. Got him.
Is that what? Do you actually say that through HK?
No, I don't think Bianca would say that. I think Kalos would say
burn.
that.
My master says you are a wannabe.
I mean, in character, Bianca would probably say it like, I don't know. You're just a new Sith. You're not a real Sith.
Yeah, right. You're just a LARPer.
And then ignite my lightsaber.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to fight him?
Oh, I most certainly am. How do we want to do this combat?
Up to you. So we could just do a bloody versus, and just have a big fight here. We could try to take it beat by beat again. Up to you guys.
Do we want to how many Sith does he have with?
I mean, if we want to be fun about it, we could say that there's 2 other Sith and 1 for each of you guys to face off against, right?
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, 2 of his like major lieutenants or whatever.
But then we also have like a last talk, right? Who has a
and they're on the event horizon, but yeah, technically.
Yeah, which is right there, right?
Yeah, aren't they right there?
Yeah, it is right there.
So can they help us, or do they have guys that they have to fight too?
That's what I'm thinking is like probably like some Sith soldiers and stuff are coming off, right? So like Krath cultists and whatnot, and they're trying to fire in the ship.
So that I would have something to contribute to the fight, I would communicate to them, be like, hey, shoot them, please. And the thing comes down and they'll just be in there shooting their projectile weapons out.
That's what I'm assuming too. Yeah.
But I mean, it'll just be help dice.
Yeah.
I assume that he could get like 5 people. Was that a decent assumption?
Probably true. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, how do you guys want to do it exactly? We can just do one roll, or
I mean, I think bloody versus makes sense.
I mean,
probably
if we're doing 3 separate ones, that at least keeps it interesting and not all of us throw it. Yeah, I don't think we.
Yeah, I want to fight a guy on my own.
Oh, right. So 3 separate versus tests. I see what you're saying.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Let's go backwards with this. So Rel, let's start with you. Rel, you're trying to basically get the event horizon to shoot, turrets and stuff out, and
well, mechanically, weirdly, it's probably better if they come out of like open the bay of the ship and like shoot with their guns, because that's more dice than if one of them shoots with the ship weapons, despite the fact that the ship weapons would probably just kill everybody.
I mean, we can also say that the shuttle itself is also shooting back at the ship. So like, I think we can kind of just like negate the ship weapons in this thing if we want to just have a lost tech come out with a blaster.
Okay, and that's fine. And I'm not going to be involved because I don't want the splash effects of failure.
Right. So basically, we just want like a lost tack to like face off against these soldiers. Okay. So I'll give a lost tack. I don't have a character sheet for him yet, but I'll give him.
Well, he'll just be helping anyways, right? It doesn't matter.
Well, no. So we're going to do separate versus test, right? So this is a lost tack versus the cultists, and then we would do Bianca versus his Sith, Ren versus his Sith, Callus versus his Sith, right? Yeah. So, but you can offer a helping dice to Rel if you'd like, or to Galashtak if you'd like to, if there's something you would do during this besides just telling him to do something.
I would, but I don't know what skill I would use.
Yeah.
Unless you'll let me use logistics because I gave them the guns they're using.
No,
That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, sounds good. Rel is just making a book. Let's have you make a roll real quick though, Rel, to like run. Are you running past the fights? Are you trying to get to the event horizon, or just like staying out of the way until?
I'll probably just try and get on the ship. That seems like the best idea.
Okay, so let's have you make a speed test versus maybe like a pair of soldier speed tests to try to like intercept you and like stop you from going. Let's do that first. Let me do a speed test here. So it's against Ob 3.
Okay. Oh, sir.
Yikes. You can spend a fate if you'd like.
I only got one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, this is basically them. They're not gonna like try to kill you or anything, but this is basically like they've or at least not yet. They've stopped you from getting further, right? So you're now in like basically what amounts to a fist fight with some guards with like batons. I think is what's happening because they probably
offer them money.
You can definitely, if you keep them from killing you for long enough, you can create an opportunity to talk to them. But right now, they're just trying to like beat you into submission.
Right.
So you can mark that difficult on speed, and then I think it's just like, I'll have this guy roll. Okay, so your ob is 1, and you're like doing an untrained skill of some sort. I assume brawling to try to like keep them from attacking you, from hitting you with their like stun batons or whatever they have.
So that's just my power, right?
Yeah, it'd just be power.
Okay.
So it's gonna double to 2, obviously.
Yeah. Moves that automatically if I roll a stat, right?
Well, no. If you do it on being learned, it'll.
Right, I have to do it. That's right. Do I do anything with additional lob?
No.
Okay.
Yikes.
Nice.
Okay, so Rel, you're gonna take some damage here.
Yeah, I'm sure I actually haven't even done my health things. Shoot, doesn't matter really. I don't think.
I'll give you a midi wound. Let's just make it simple.
Okay.
So yeah, you just like, I'll take some like electro, electrified baton into the stomach, right. And you're just like,
tases me,
clutching your stomach as you
roll
over. So that's what's happening with Rel. He's just like on the ground, like, Alashtak is gonna try to attack these soldiers. That was not a very good roll.
Wait, can I have?
But they failed anyway. So
can I have used lightsaber instead of brawling there? That's my trying to learn.
As you're trained,
I have a lightsaber.
Do you have a lightsaber?
Yeah, the one I got from Nibbit.
I guess so.
Give him one.
I mean, I don't think you've done it yet. You can do it next in whatever beat we're doing here. But I mean, you already made the brawling roll, so you probably just like. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if your first instinct would be to pull out the lightsaber. It'd probably just be like, no, stay away from me.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Because you're not a trained soldier, so you're not going to automatically go for a weapon necessarily. But yeah, so Rel gets beat up a bit. Alashtak kills the soldier. He has his like slug thrower, his Wookiee slug thrower thing, and just like bullets ripping through these soldiers, and he kills a squad of them coming towards the event horizon, and then sees you in danger and comes to try to help you. So he's gonna like rush down the ramp or the walkway himself, and then Biyaka, let's go to you and have you fight your Sith and make a roll here. So you guys can certainly do intense, basically just kill the other guy if you'd like. We can make it like that. I think either way it's gonna be like a versus test, and then whoever wins will just do normal damage according to the rules, right? So, which may or may not kill them.
My intent is to kill them.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you're trying to wound them in a way that's gonna take them out.
So I roll lightsaber.
Yes, I think it's gonna be opposed lightsaber.
And Bloody Versus also uses things like armor because you do an offensive and defensive roll.
Yeah, I think we'll just do regular versus tests.
Why do my skills list have armor training on it, but it has a 0?
Oh, because
that's not a.
You can't increase it. It's just a training skill, so you just know how to use it.
It just lets you.
Oh, okay. So
it means you don't get screwed for using armor, but it's not like an actual skill.
So can I fork in a bunch of stuff?
You can indeed.
Force tremors wise.
He rolled a 2.
Oh, I don't need to fork in it.
NPCs rolling dice in this game is the worst.
Caleb, they have hatred.
Do they? They do actually. They don't have a persona point though, Jared. He's just a random mooks.
So I'm gonna fork in force tremors wise, meditation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fork in tactics or observation when I'm fighting, right?
I don't think so, no.
Did you say telekinesis?
No, I can fork in telekinesis.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What is proprioception? No, none of us have used that.
Yeah, proprioception is basically when you're trying to force jump or force speed or anything like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I'm trying to like move quickly to kill this guy.
Again, like you could. The issue is like the way that the skill works. It's a very particular thing which allows you to reroll fate.
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't spend more fate.
So I'm just going to use my three help dice.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Base op 2.
Yep.
Watch me lose this. Oh, okay.
Barely got it.
Oh my goodness.
You did have.
So I didn't kill him. I thought it was gonna have me kill him.
I mean,
you might. Yeah, we'll take a look at the
it's based
damage
on your
difference
weapon
here. Yeah,
lightsabers.
And you do a lot because you have the high power.
Yeah, being strong helps, and lightsabers are dumbly like they do a ton of damage. Obviously.
Yeah. Okay, let me find it here. All right, saber. Okay, so power 4, add 1. So that means you got a. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you got a superb hit. So, what is your power, Biaka?
7.
Whoa, yeah, I forgot about that. 7, 11 power, 1.5 times 11.
Rounded down,
16 and a half.
So yeah, you do a B16 wound on this guy, which is a mortal wound. So you can kill him however you would like to, Bayaka. Yeah, you're just so strong that you just cleave through the guy.
So he walks up to me. We run up to each other, and he tries to hit me with his lightsaber, and I hit his lightsaber with mine so hard that they both hit into him and cut him in half.
Oh, right. You push his lightsaber back into his face.
Into him, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
And so his lightsaber and mine cut right through him and cut him into 3 pieces, and he dies.
Very nice. Yeah. So just give him pieces of
it's
cauterized
perfect. None of
flesh.
these guys have ever fought Wookiees before.
Yeah. Very true.
Like, I'll just block. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
What type of roll do I get for that? Routine or something?
Yeah, it's just whatever it said on there because you put it against an up to.
Sure,
so you don't need routines, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. And then the one fighting against you, Ren.
Wait. Before Ren, we get to Ren's combat. Well, Byoka's fighting. I look over to Ren. I'm like, okay, are we playing? Oh crap! What's it called? Are we playing Lizard, Toad, Snake to find out who's fighting Ulek?
That's Star Wars version.
Yeah, that's an actual.
That's amazing.
It's a deep cut. Star Wars deep cut.
I look to you with a look of like, we know it's going to be you because you bested me before. He doesn't think that's a serious sentence.
There is a slight mocking tone to it, but he would honor it if you beat him in Lizard, Toad, Snake.
I think he just says, "Don't lose yourself in the dark side, especially not here. Not now."
I haven't yet. And he turns, and then you do your thing. Are you sure you don't want to play Lizard, Toad, Snake, Connor?
I'm pretty sure.
Cool. So this is the roll against the guy you're fighting, Connor. Whoa.
What's beats? Oh. Yikes.
So that's 6s. Yeah, that's a swingy roll right there. That's what it was. He got 6s over and over again, and they automatically re-roll. Yeah.
Is
lightsaber's open-ended? Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yep.
It's meditation that's not open-ended? Isn't there
meditation
one of them
isn't? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one that isn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ren, of 11.
I'm working in Jedi Doctrine, meditation.
I mean, you can't fork in Jedi Doctrine straight to a lightsaber fight. As we've
I feel like you guys have determined. Had that every time you've fought.
I have argued so many times for Sith Doctrine.
No, you can't automatically get it.
You said the ob was 2 to.
This is just a generic Sith character, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he's like he's like one of those mini bosses in a game where like you can see on his like nameplate that he's like a lieutenant, but he still has no character or story. Right?
He has a health bar, but he doesn't have his own name. Like a big health bar.
The mini boss battle that trains you for the mechanics of the actual boss battle. I got you. I feel it. Can I consult Venice?
Yes, certainly. Yeah.
City.
What does Italy have to do with this?
Venice, not Venice.
Venice.
Ooh, I am.
They found another way to ruin a name.
How do you want to do it?
Isn't he French? He's French, right?
Venice?
What?
Venice is French, right?
No, he's
Venice is typically associated with America because they're bigger in America or in Europe.
The jokes.
I love
Yep.
that.
Mine wasn't even a joke. I had no idea what you were saying.
Yeah, but you're gonna answer my question.
What was your
Caleb
question?
alive? Oh, I said, can I consult Venice?
Yeah, I answered and said, what do you want to ask him? Like, what's
You're gonna have
Oh,
a
I didn't know you
powwow
said
where
that.
this guy stabs you.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Can I have a like an internal force monologue where I can
an anime moment is what you're wanting.
Yeah.
Or time stills. Yeah.
Well,
A 30-minute
where,
flashback.
where I like talk to Venice about how this is the first time I've really seen the power of the dark side in a light that isn't like biased, I guess. So like everything's like my mindset is different now, and I'm like not against some of the doctrines of the dark side or whatever, because of Venice.
Yeah.
But now I'm face to face with the Sith, and I just was face to face with a different Sith, and so I'm like kind of have this like like should I try to be like less, what's the word,
Stuck up?
no, like in this fight, right? Like should I be less like calm?
Yeah.
And so can I like have a conversation with Venice about that?
You can make a meditation roll, yes, to attempt it. It's going to be more difficult than a normal meditation roll in this circumstance because you're doing it in a very limited amount of time. But you can attempt it.
No. We had a ton of time in this before this person attacked me.
Are you like squaring off?
So you're basically just saying you did this way before you ran up here. Like as soon as you saw them coming, you just like started talking to Venice.
Well, yes and no. I mean, we had conversations and like this whole process.
I see. Right, you're right. Yeah,
right.
Uluk was talking, and that's fair.
Yeah, there was this time period in between. So
yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be a little harder, but it's not
moment.
gonna be super hard. Like,
okay, give me an ob.
The ob is going to be up 4 on meditation.
Okay. I'm going to just leave it as is, I think, because if it's an ob 4, what is it? 6 days? Nope, it won't be difficult. So fork in everything then. I'm gonna fork in force wise, force tremors wise, and Jedi doctrine.
Yep.
Who got an 11? I missed that.
The guy
enemy.
he's fighting. Yeah.
Why is he so much more powerful than mine?
It was literally luck.
Roll.
It was just luck.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, he did have a lot of dice, but he also rolled a bunch.
He had
of
12
sixes.
dice, which is still obnoxious.
He had 2 more dice than the guy fighting you, but still, there's no reason that it should have been that much of a disparity. So 7 against 4, you can definitely get in contact with him. What are you asking specifically? Are you just basically like, teach me, like, tell me what I should do to like fight better?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that we'd have like a moment where Venice talks to me, right? And he's like, now you see the power of the dark side.
Yeah. So this is what happens, right? Like as Uluk and Kalos are facing off, we just see Venice next to you as a Force ghost, but only you can see him, obviously. And he just like looks at you and says, "Did you feel it?"
I know you're a Force ghost. Are you massaging my shoulders right now, or what? What's the?
And he says, "Did you feel it? His power."
I did. It was terrifying, but not for the reasons previously. Before, it was terrifying because the dark side was so evil and a monster and this uncontrollable thing.
Of course it is a monster. Of course it is uncontrollable. That is what makes it powerful, Ren. But that is not what makes it evil. Would you say that a Nexu hunting its prey, devouring its prey, is that evil? Or is that simply how the galaxy works? Violence
depends on who the Nexu's eating. I kind of glance at Venice like, you watch yourself, boy.
No, I agree with you. That is the way of the Jedi. We protect those who can't protect themselves. But we can't do it if we are sheep, or some Star Wars equivalent of sheep. We can only do it if we are the predator, the Nexu. And yes, we will decide, and sometimes make the wrong decision about who deserves to be devoured. But that is what it is. But that is what it means to be a Jedi. We are the ones who have to make those choices, because we are the ones with that power. And so you have a choice before you now. Will you take the power, or will you lay your weapon down before the battle has even begun? And you know that he's basically saying, like, you could tap into the dark side. Yeah. That is the power. And so, let's make it clear mechanically, Ren, the only thing you currently have access to, hatred-wise, is the things that everyone can do with hatred before they even have it, right? So they can, it's like the lure of the dark side stuff, which is, let me find it here. Come on. Here we go. If you succumb to fear, when the sorcerer tests a stat skill or their health to prevent the loss of something dear to them and fail, they may burn a persona point to reroll that test. And then succumbing to anger. Whenever the sorcerer fails a steel test for pain, trauma, or fury, they may burn a persona point to invoke a new hesitation option and enact revenge. The duration of their hesitation is spent attempting to violently punish that which forced their test of steel. So those are the two options you actually have available to you. So you can just fight as the path that I'm seeing is that Ren in the moment rejects this, right? And just says, no, I can't. And then just rolls. But if you fail, you can reroll. You can spend a persona point to reroll the test by tapping into this power that he spoke of. Right? That's probably the narrative way of doing it.
What happens if I, like mechanically, if I do this?
You log an aptitude test toward hatred, right?
Okay.
But
is there a way to get your aptitude tests towards hatred?
No, I don't think so. You can get a higher will.
So how did Venice? Explain to me, what is Venice mechanically?
Oh yeah, so that's the thing. The mechanics of this game are OG Star Wars, right? So it's going to work exactly as the original trilogy says it, which is the dark side always leads to evil, and you're going to succumb to it as like a temptation. We can figure out if we want to do something else later, but as of right now, these are the only mechanics we have to work with. So
maybe the easy way to do it would be to say, unlike the basic rules, which say you can't have hatred and empathy, we can just say that you can, and then there's some kind of conflict between.
Yeah, I think what we decided before when we were talking about this is like we're gonna have to go through the normal channels first. Like Ren is gonna have to fall to the dark side first before he can actually understand what it is to do both. So he's gonna have to lose empathy first, and then have to come back before that will work. I think.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. We're just gonna have these light side, dark side choice moments when they happen.
I love that idea that every great Jedi has to have a moment where they go too far and like do something terrible. Like every single one of them has done that, and then they have to be like, all right, now don't do that again. You know where the line is. Now don't cross it.
Yeah. I assume that didn't just give me an advantage, correct?
No, it did not. No.
Okay, but I can still fork in meditation for lightsaber.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got meditation, force-wise, force tremors-wise. And then, will you let me fork in Jedi Doctrine?
No. We've said this like 30 times.
No, No. But from what I just discussed, right? I'm sticking with my guns, right? I'm not going to. I'm not just tapping into the dark side here. I'm like sticking true to.
You can make a link test with it. That's the thing you can do with doctrine. Right. Yeah. Whenever you want to, if Ren or Kalos, if you want to use your doctrines to attempt to get a bonus die, you can do a linked test with it, but you don't automatically get it.
No, I'll leave it as is for now. I just don't want to draw it out any further.
Sure.
I'm gonna also fork in soldier wise. And can I fork in tactics as well, since there's like a battle going on around us?
No, because you're literally just having a one-on-one duel with this dude. Right. That's basically what everyone is doing, is they're just fighting their own battles. So.
Okay. How about skirmish tactics?
No.
Dang it. So
since I already killed my guy, can I give him a help dice?
Well, so Biaki, you literally only did it by one. So these are all taking the same amount of time. You can't. Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
Can I fork in telekinesis in how I'm defending?
Yeah.
Can I disarm him? Or is that just a full telekinesis?
If you succeed, I mean,
this is just like a single roll, right? We're not doing. I don't think you're doing the back and forth thing again. Right?
No, yeah, it's versus. Yeah. So it's like you win the conflict if you win, get the roll.
Oh, okay. Right? Well, I want to
decide if
pull him into me then.
Yeah.
I want to force pull him into my guard.
Sure.
So what is that? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the general idea is you like do damage to him according to the rules and then have him at your mercy. That's the idea.
So and the difficulty was what, 11? Ow! What? Crazy.
So you can spend one fate to reroll one traitor.
Mm-hmm.
8 versus 11 here.
That would that explode if it hit a 6?
It
also?
would, yeah.
Okay. But also, like, I'm pretty sure every success over what you've got improves his attack. So even if you're only just making the margin smaller, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
You have plenty of fate too. So, and that's also, lightsaber's the only one you don't have to spend Artha on automatically. But
right.
If this was another thing, you would have to do it automatically. What would you like to do?
I'm considering the odds of tapping hatred here.
Yeah, he said you could reroll, right? With hatred.
Is it reroll completely or reroll failed dice like a call on?
I don't know.
Reroll completely.
I mean, mathematically, you should get around 7 because that would be
No, because it open ends.
Oh right. Yeah, never mind. You should get more than 7 then.
And you got 3 6s, so actually that was pretty rough.
Wouldn't it be better to just re-roll the failed ones?
Yeah, but he can't do that though. He doesn't have an option.
But didn't they say he could do hatred or something?
Apparently hatred makes you re-roll the whole thing. Is that?
KLB didn't answer that question.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what.
If I spend a persona point to tap hatred.
No, you can't do that. You don't have.
Can you say he could?
No, you can. You can. If you fail, you may burn a persona point to re-roll that test.
That's what you just re-roll the whole thing.
Yeah, re-roll the whole thing.
Okay.
But he can't use fate to re-roll the 6s.
No, because they're automatically open-ended. Because
I could use a fate to re-roll 1 die, but yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You can do that first, and then.
Being learned is just like a skill for hatred, or what?
No. So you don't hatred. You don't have hatred at all yet. So what's happening here?
No. I understand. I'm getting aptitude for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't you have just one test on? Is that what we know?
What?
How many tests do you have on it?
Biaka has 1. I don't think Ren has any.
No, Ren definitely has one at least.
No.
I'm almost
where would you
positive.
have put it?
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Maybe the only thing we said was Byakuya taking the lightsabers from Nibbit.
As far as I know, that's the only thing that anyone's gotten.
I'm pretty sure that Ren did something. Jared,
I mean, I think you were talking about being a jerk to that guy for the money, but
no, we both did. We both did something evil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ren has one.
Did he get one last session for his conversation with the...
Oh, I think that's how it was.
We said that this session he would probably get one for attacking you.
Oh, yeah, maybe that is what happened.
No, but I thought he already got one when I got one.
That's what I was assuming too. I haven't been listening back to the sessions like I normally do.
Well, you only got one because you stole the lightsaber, which he wasn't a part of, as far as I know. Unless you have two. Do you have two?
No, I don't think Byakuya is two.
Yeah, so he didn't get one for that because he wasn't involved in the stealing lightsaber.
Yeah, either way, I mean, he won't advance it right now, so it's not actually super important. But yeah, either way, Ren, you can add it to keep track of that for sure. Is that what you're doing though? You're spending a persona point to reroll the whole test? Okay.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Cool. So just, add
we have this moment where I'm like pulling him into my guard, and I like try to stab him. And I think I do stab him, but he doesn't go down. He just like roars and reaches up to stab me again. And then I'm like, oh gosh.
So my thought would be maybe Ren is trying to disarm him instead of killing him, because that's like the Jedi way. And then you realize it's not working at all. Right.
He even asked if you could disarm him. So that would be
right. So you're trying to do that but you just keep like opening yourself up to him, and you're like barely defending yourself, and so you're just like, I need to actually just attack. Stop anging this whole situation, right? Like, be an earthbender, just tell the rock to move.
Yep. Okay, here's the question now. Am I allowed to add persona to this roll?
Yes.
As I reroll it? Okay.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Curious if I could.
It doesn't say particularly either way, so it's fine.
What's that?
It doesn't say either way, so I'm fine with allowing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens. Unbelievable.
Exactly the same roll.
Oh no.
Unbelievable.
That's upsetting.
Got 3 6. Yeah.
Yep.
The only difference is you got more ones.
More ones instead of threes.
Yeah.
So you can spend a fate if you'd like.
Yeah, I will to just.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Ren will think now. You got a 6.
Do it again. There you go.
Hey, okay. So that's only one over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that it doesn't matter because lightsabers have such a high add that's all he needed. So he still does the max damage.
Wait, what?
There's only one success.
Really?
Yeah. No, they have an add of 1. So right, the way it is if you. Oh no.
The more successes you do, that the ad makes it faster.
No, yes. Sorry, I was misunderstanding in my own mind. Mark is the first one, which is right on the
difficult. If you're attacking,
you don't hit him if you get less.
Right.
So on it is the mark is the first category. Then add means. The add for a lightsaber is 1, which means the next category is 1 success, and the next category after that would be 2 successes. So you did actually change it.
How does that work for combat though? Because
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because if you meet the obstacle, if you've tied, then would you both hit each other?
Yes.
Okay. And you'd both do mark, but then if you.
Typically in actual fight rules, you're not actually. Hitting someone at the same time. You're defending while they're hitting. So
yeah, and even in bloody versus, there's offense and defensive roles, so it's not like
exactly. So Byakuya, you probably would have done less than you did. But you still would have gotten over his mortal wound, so it doesn't matter. So he gets a mark, which is equal to the wielder's power. So 4 with the lightsaber plus whatever his normal power is, so it's going to be 9. It's a B9 wound for you. So you can spend a persona point to redirect the narrative. away from this and do something else.
Can you do that even if it wouldn't kill you?
I mean, I don't know. Let's look it up.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Typically, it's like it doesn't have to be like death. As far as I can tell, it's just like redirect the narrative. I'll read it off. We'll find it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. If a character has just failed the test and gotten himself into deep trouble, the player can spend a persona point to escape, quote unquote, certain death, and instead fall from the frying pan into the fire. So, yeah. Gurno is asking, does armor apply to lightsaber wounds? Do you have armor, Ren?
I have armor training. I don't see armor in my character burner.
You would have
had to spend.
Yeah, so you didn't buy any armor.
RPs.
Yeah. We are gonna have to go over that if I get hit. But
yeah.
So you can spend a persona point if you'd like to redirect the narrative away from you getting this wound, but as it stands, you will get a traumatic wound, which will be 4 dice, absolutely. Which will take you out.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Yeah, persona point spent.
Okay. So then we have to decide. Yeah, go ahead. What's your suggestion?
Has Jared
hasn't
exchanged roles yet?
No,
he hasn't.
No.
Oh, okay. That was gonna be my thing. Is if Jared had gotten the better of Ulick in any way, then he's just distracted and goes to master.
No, so this has to be Ren. This has to be out of the frying pan into the fire, right? This has to be you don't get hit, but something else bad happens, right? You're now hanging over the walkway into thin air, like you're just the void below you. Like it has to be something bad still.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, so he kicks you off, and you're like,
yeah. Yeah, we'll have that classic I have the high ground moment, except Darth Maul style, so I still win.
So that's what happens. Ren, you get like force pushed away, right? And slide and then grab the lip, and you're barely hanging on. Your lightsaber is on the walkway next to you, right? So it's like a little bit away, so you can't just like immediately grab for it. And he's the Sith starts walking towards you, and I think this is a red-skinned Twi'lek woman. We haven't actually described either of these people yet, but let's just say like seething, kind of crazy-looking Twi'lek woman is like walking towards you, kind of her teeth bared. And then let's cut to Kalos and see what the role that he made turns out to be, and then we can see if either Byaku or Kalos can help you in this situation.
Okay.
So, Kalos, what are you going to do here?
I'm just slowly walking up to him. I always forget his name. Ulick. I remember Exar Kun because Exar Kun's memorable. But Ulick is just a little weasel.
It's true.
Look at him.
Yeah, so he says, was your laugh merely for the Jedi's benefit? Will you join me, Kalos? We can turn on them now, strike them down, become more powerful than they.
Oh no, Ulick. I've been looking forward to this. Both of you I can't beat, but you I can kill.
What do you have against us, Kalos? Why do you hate us so? Are you not a Sith?
Not anymore. I was for a short term, but neither are you, because you haven't been to Korriban.
Oh. And he snarls at that point, and he says, well, I guess I'll just have to carve it off your flesh. And then, we just start fighting.
Yay. Do I get a advantage for that? For that biting?
Are you making a roll to do so?
Don't Sith get stronger.
Ugly truth. He's not a Sith.
Sure. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah. That's an I get intimidation and ugly truth to my roll now.
And shouldn't that guy have a handicap since he can't kill Kalos? Like he can't fight 100%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth one dice, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm trying
to
decide.
Can't risk killing him.
Yeah, like that's true. The thing is, I'm not sure if Ulick might just go too far anyway, right? And not care in the moment because of the dark side, right?
I wouldn't give that to him for the simple fact of he just kind of egged him on.
Yeah, right.
Sith. I don't know if I mean
he's not being.
I mean, as long as he's getting a die for ugly truth of like he just egged him on, then I think I think also giving him a die for the opposite is weird.
Ugly truth? What is that?
It's a skill.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. Do you want him to roll first?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for him first.
Okay. I hope he rolls so low.
Han Solo?
Wow, only 9.
Kill him.
That was pretty bad roll.
He's weaker than the guy that was fighting Connor.
Yeah.
He should be the apprentice.
I literally had him spend like 3 Arth on that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Caleb, I'm gonna. All right, so of course, the lightsaber. I am going to. You know what? I am going to risk the biscuit.
Wait. I just remembered he has hatred too, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have him tap hatred. Obviously.
Does he have 4 persona, Caleb?
Yeah,
he probably does.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just listen. You guys don't need any help here. Like
you do. I want.
Okay, so 11 is total.
That's only. I'm not.
Or 12. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that open ends.
Yeah, he.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't put the.
Didn't put the R.
The.
What does that mean? Open
exclamation point.
The 6 is reroll.
Okay, so 13 altogether.
That's another 6.
Yeah,
I put the exclamation point on this time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so that's just one more success. So that's 13. Yep. Dang.
Yikes.
You said it was 2 to fork in a doctrine?
Yes.
Okay.
To do like the link test.
So if I roll doctrine and let's say I do like force wise, can I not use force wise for my next roll?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think you can try to double up on that. Yeah.
Because like force wise adding to lightsaber is very different than
you can Kalos.
Okay.
You can, but if you fail the link test, you can't use anything you forked on the main test. That's the stipulation.
Well, force wise and force tremors wise and Jedi doctrine. I'll fork into the Sith doctrine.
Okay.
So that's 3. If I somehow fail this,
and again,
I rage quit.
The way link tests work, okay, you had to get a 3 to actually get the dice. 2, nothing bad would happen. If you got a 1 or lower, then you get an increased
I would have just flipped my table.
Yeah, so,
so
you get an extra die from that then.
1 from Sith doctrine, 1 from meditation, 1 from telekinesis, 1 from intimidation and ugly truth because of my whole speech.
Yep. Yeah, you guys have been doing the classic lightsaber duel of wits sort of situation here. Yeah.
Force wise, soldier wise, force tremors wise.
There's a force wise, just force wise. I didn't know.
Yeah, Connor has it too. We both spent our 1 general skill point on force wise.
Yeah, you can make up any wise pretty much.
All right, I'm going to spend 3 persona.
Yeah, 3 is the max you can spend.
So you have 10.
I'm at 11 right now.
Oh, I can't count then.
And then I'm going to spend 1 more to tap 6 points of hatred.
Yeah.
So that's 17. And let's see if there's anything else I could finagle in. I have I always forget this one. Since my lightsaber superior quality, I get 1 for that.
You do, yeah.
This is the first time I've ever remembered it. And do I get an advantage for my armor as well?
No,
when you're attacking.
So. Yeah.
Oh wait, guys! I just realized something.
What?
When Anakin jumped over Obi-Wan and got cut in half, he spent a persona point. He jumped from the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah.
So I just realized he would probably also have a superior quality lightsaber, so I just rolled another. So it's 14 now. I didn't actually
Jared's
buy them
camera
stuff
won't
yet.
focus on him.
Oh,
Nice.
And
that's ridiculous. You ended up rolling 25 dice altogether.
Yeah, Caleb, I'm gonna spend 2 fate to reroll 2 dice.
You can only spend 1.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, because all the 6s roll automatically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reroll 1 traitor.
Yep. There you go. 17.
So 17.
You didn't really need to, but
Is this game like Pokemon where whoever has the higher speed gets to attack first?
typically in the actual fight rules, you do make speed tests to determine some of that.
Well, you average your speed and agility to get reflexes, and if you have higher reflexes, you get to take more actions, which translates to you basically just winning automatically because they can't do anything about it.
Because I feel like Kalos, like if he's attacking first, he'll kill you, but if you attack him, you have a chance of killing him.
Yeah, why did you put my fate down or persona down to 1?
I didn't change anything.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I only spent 4.
So what happens?
So I mean, you got way over him. Let's see. The max. What's your power, Kalos?
So I have
6.
6 power, but my lightsaber counts as
adds
3 extra
3 more.
Power.
Okay, yeah.
What?
So 6, 7,
Nice.
13, 1.5
Boundary
times
OP.
13. Yeah, I mean it's gray again, right? So you've gone into the gray scale, and you can do whatever you want.
Boy. Torso boy.
Is that what you
Except
do?
he's dead.
I'm sure he has a persona to not die.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he could do that if he wanted to. Is that what you do? You cut off his arms and legs?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just see two quick
signature.
slices and cut off arms and legs. And I assume maybe do a force push, and so he's torso flies across the walkway.
I'd like to imagine that I'm walking up the ramp to him and he jumps over me and I do the Obi-Wan.
Right, yeah.
Cut off the arms and legs.
I mean, he's cut off his arms first or his legs first?
Legs. He cut off a hand, and he cut off a hand and a leg and both his legs in one swipe.
Oh, okay.
Because his other
cut
hand,
off his arms first. Then cutting off his legs was just mean.
No, yeah, I literally just watched this the other day. I saw the way that the strike went. He cut off his legs and then into his hand, all in one swing.
Gotcha.
And then the only hand that was remaining was the robotic one. So,
right, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So you succeeded that. You push him across, and he's just right. Well, you know what? So you could do that. I guess I could also spend a persona point to just not have that happen, right?
Yeah.
But
is that the thing that
got
NPCs
robot
can
legs
do?
and robot arms.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Maybe it's up to me.
But is the game going to last that long?
Right. I'm trying to decide whether or not it's more interesting to let you do this, or more interesting to No, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I don't think you actually get to do it. He'll spend the persona, and
How about just the hand?
well, so I'm trying to think of another situation that he could find himself in.
Mhm.
Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is what happens. He rushes you. You're faced. Your back is to the walkway, right? His intent is he's going to try to push you off the walkway, or force you off the walkway with his lightsaber. Instead, you side swipe. You step to the side, let his momentum take him over the edge, and then probably cut off a hand as he goes down, and he just falls. And you just see him fall. And so there's the classic moment of we know as the audience, he'll probably survive this and come back half robot or whatever, right? But you've defeated him and he's gone for now, right?
Yay.
Now there's a Twi'lek.
Right, exactly. And so I think Kalos and Biyaka, you probably notice this at the same time, right? You've both defeated your foes, and you see Ren hanging off of the walkway, and the Twi'lek is stepping forward. What do you do?
Both just combine telekinesis and just yeet her off the roof. She's not paying attention.
Yeah, you could do that.
I yell, bow before your new master.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make an ugly truth. Do it.
I mean, you can't do an ugly truth. You could just do an intimidation.
Yeah.
I think the best you
Just
can
be
do...
like, if you don't, then you'll die.
Exactly. The best you can do is get her to fear you long enough to just hesitate. Like, I don't think she's going to ever actually be your follower, but like...
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't the...
you can get her to, like, fear hesitate. Yeah, fail a steal test, basically. By rolling intimidation, if you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
And I will fork in ugly truth, because saying... I killed your master in mere seconds.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And what's the ob?
The ob is 5.
Oh wow, that's high.
Yeah, that's their will.
Caleb, only Ulick came down on this shuttle, and his friends.
Ulick and his friends, yeah, and then
but
some
Exar
regular.
Kun is still in the ship in orbit.
Well, so Exar Kun was, in terms of audience knowledge, we know Exar Kun was in a different ship than the one that's actually in orbit. So yeah, they both have their own kind of like cruisers.
You said it was 5?
Yeah, 5.
Is with 6? Is that a difficult or?
It's difficult. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna fork straight on. I want to get that difficult. Okay. Yeah. Oh no!
You got 2 6s. If you spend 2 fate, you can reroll 3 dice.
So much sincerity.
May as well.
Yeah.
I still have fate up the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
You said.
Oh, hey, you didn't fork in your ugly truth.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get the difficult.
Oh, right, of course. If you spend 2 fate, you can reroll 3 dice.
Yeah, I'll do it. May as well.
Only 1 more success, so that's not enough. Yeah, 3 of you can mark the difficult, but then, Biaka, do you try to stop this situation with something?
So can you explain to me what's going on? I thought he was trying to get the rest of those guys to...
So what's been happening is, currently Alashtak is running over to help Rel fight some soldiers. So you can also help Rel if you want to, but you also see...
Well, I wanted to go help Ren get off the bridge.
That's what I was going to say. You also see Ren hanging off the walkway and a Twi'lek walking over. And I think because Kalos takes a moment to say bow before me and tries to get her to do that, she just sneers at you, Kalos, and then kicks Ren.
Who is this girl?
The other Sith that was
the
fighting
one Connor failed.
The one that beat Ren.
Yeah. I didn't describe any of them, but once she beat him, I was like, I'll describe what she's actually like.
Yeah, beat by a girl.
Yep. And then the Twi'lek, after you say that, Kalos, she sneers at you and then kicks Ren's lightsaber off the edge.
Can I roll? So I can roll proprioception, right? I have only a 2, but I want to roll it. I don't know why. I want to roll it to speed run past her and save him.
You'd roll speed. You don't ever roll pre-proception. You roll speed. And then you spend a fate to use pre-proception, and that lets
the way proprioception works is basically you can ultra fate things, like physical things. So you can spend fate as normally to reroll 6s, but you can also spend another fate to reroll 5s, and you can spend a third fate to reroll 4s. So how hard would that be?
I mean, well, it'd probably be easier to roll.
Is your intent
lightsaber, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be
I wanna just in a cool Jedi Force way, as a big giant Wookiee, maneuver past this girl with ease and grab him.
You could roll power to throw her off of the bridge.
Yeah, but wouldn't that? Can I do that?
Proprioception would come in handy there too.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Except the problem.
Okay, so I run at her with no lightsaber out, just with my shoulder ready, like Han Solo did when he's running through that hallway towards stormtroopers. And my intent is to throw her off the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just roll power.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing I don't understand, because the thing I don't understand about proprioception, because in 99% of circumstances, you're using a skill because you would use brawling to throw someone off a cliff, right? Not power, unless you didn't have brawling. And then you would be doing it untrained, and so proprioception wouldn't be worth
so
it.
And that is definitely how it's written.
I'll just fight her if I have to fight. I just want to do whatever's easiest to save him.
That's definitely how it's written, but I understand the point here. So I'm fine. I think I'm going to be fine with us using it in any situation where a Jedi, like if you would be rolling the physical stat by itself, but because you have the skill, I don't think you can't do it with lightsaber. Like that's off limits. But like anything like physical attribute, pushing, shoving, jumping, running.
They do that though. Like they always talk about how Jedi in the
but it's going to be overpowered if we let it do that. So that's the point.
Jedi are pretty overpowered. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, but they don't need to be more overpowered than they already are.
I guess. But yeah, okay. I'm glad to hear that we can use them with skill, or they can use them with skills. Because every time that came up, I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't seem very useful. But yes, Bianca, if you'd like to, you can still do that. I think you would surprise her enough in that moment, because normally people would just go for a lightsaber. That she won't fight back with a lightsaber. It'll just be like whether or not she can like get out of the way in time.
Okay. What's the
So yeah, it'll be whatever she.
I can't fork
here.
in anything.
No,
it's not her power.
It's gonna be her. Actually, she doesn't have a higher power. So yeah, I guess that's what she
has higher than 7.
No. I'm saying she has higher power than her speed.
Oh,
so yeah,
she's a tweet like
8.
She's built like Bane.
Yeah, exactly. She's taking some sort of serum. So Ob 3.
In the bag.
Ob 3 is your difficulty. Oh, just barely. Yeah, just barely. It's fine. So Bianca, you just shove her off the bridge, and she's like,
"Oh my gosh! Hey, is that good to give me hatred?" Sounds kind of mean.
I mean, you did it in defense of another.
Yeah,
so I don't think that would count.
She was ready to kill him, and I'm like, "No!"
Yeah,
she just goes flying.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I think you
and she screams,
break her spine, right? Like you hit her straight in the spine. You snap her spine, and she just ragdolls into the void, right?
Oh, just like Emma Stone.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I so go to high five you.
And then so after she's splats, or where does she go? Is she falling into space? We're on land still.
Yeah, you're in a city basically. So she just falls.
It's like she just falls down to the bottom city block.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh. Ren, do you want to catch your lightsaber or something? I'm pretty sure it's in free fall, right?
Did it fall off?
Yeah, Ren, I'll allow you to try to use telekinesis to try to save it.
And then he can pull himself up, right?
Yeah.
Now that she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Really telekinesis.
All right, let me double check. Yeah, I'm checking that right now.
There's no test for that roll I did home. There's no difficult test or whatever.
I was routine,
and I don't need that.
I think it's gonna be an Ob 4.
You don't need for stats. No, you never get anything for routine.
Okay.
Ob 4.
Ob 4.
Okay. I'm working in force wise, force tremors wise, and meditation.
No.
No, meditation's
you
only.
can't meditate while you're hanging.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I'm picturing eyes closed Yoda moment, right?
No, you're hanging off of a walkway.
Okay, yeah. Can I fork in lightsaber?
No.
Okay.
Nothing about
so
you being good with a lightsaber
familiarity and skill with a lightsaber doesn't help me.
No, that's not what you're doing at all.
Force my lightsaber.
If the entire role was to
sector.
I see, Caleb. I get it.
Connor. This is now a contested sector.
No.
Hey,
that's true.
No.
I'm gonna fork in command because I'm commanding my lightsaber to come back.
You're not
just like
doing the name of the
wind. In Jedi doctrine, there's something about keeping your lightsaber on you.
No.
Your lightsaber.
Obi-Wan says it in the Clone Wars.
It's true. There you go. Yeah. So you managed to pull it back to you.
Okay.
Nice. And then you jump up.
Yeah, we see you jump up and you're fine. And then
I should have to make a telekinesis roll for that too. I just force float myself up.
No. If you could have done that the whole time, then no.
You got to make a power roll now.
Why did Jedi never fly? Why do they never just pick themselves up and fly?
They specify in some thing that it's just it's really hard to like control yourself.
If you can pull a spaceship out of the air, how hard?
There's no real logic behind the Force.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
why
fair.
can Darth Vader crush a ship with his bare hand, but he can't just crush a human?
It's fair.
Like,
well, I mean, he probably could. It's just the problem is they'd have a higher age rating.
Like you just pop the human, just.
Yeah.
It's because
It's
many different
neck.
writers have done things in Star Wars and none of them have talked to each other.
That's fair.
That's true.
I mean, hey, if they let a Wookiee pull people's arms off, why won't they let a Jedi do it?
Well, yeah.
Never actually see that.
I think, and
They
then
do, right?
as you guys turn away from this, right? As Ren,
I want to tell Connor's character something.
well, yeah.
So when he jumps,
as he jumps up, the other thing you see though is that a Losh Tack has finishing off the soldiers who are beating up Rel.
Thanks, buddy.
So
I
yeah,
paid you the
you're
big
fine.
bucks.
Nice.
You have a midi wound, but you're fine
Yeah.
otherwise.
I'm just gonna go fix that real quick.
Yeah.
so after Ren jumps up, Byaku looks at him and says, "Master, I didn't expect the Twi'lek to get the best of you."
Ha ha, very funny, Byaku.
HK says roast. I didn't expect you.
All right, Master, let's go.
Yeah, I walk up to Byoka and I go for a high five.
And then I go "Roar," or something, and I high five you back.
Like, you got two of them. I'm impressed.
I didn't even use my lightsaber on one of them.
I know you
Humble
almost
brag.
split her in two and threw her off the edge. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Caleb, go. You're gonna say.
No, you're good.
Oh no, I want to hear what you say. Okay.
Humble
Give
brag.
the audience what
Humble brag. My master wants to point out the fact that he didn't use his lightsaber on one of them, only his Wookiee arms.
And then I go, ooh, ooh, what, I like to do
Tusken
that.
Raider.
Like the Sand. I must have hung out with them at some point.
So
Byaku
Ren,
must have hung out with them.
Kalos and Byaku are talking to each other right here, and you see from the corner of your eye, you see Venice and just shaking his head at you, just like you failed, like you tried, like you aren't worthy of it.
Yep. That's what I figured. I think I'm a little bit turned off to this whole dark side thing now. I think I'm just
Yeah,
angry.
you're like, it didn't work very well.
Yeah, but if you're angry,
Wait. Well, yeah, I was gonna say you're angry now. Interesting.
Oh. No,
anger
obviously
is the
not
path
like-
to the dark side.
What do you mean not like
Is
that,
anger
Connor?
wrong?
In terms of the rules here, if you're angry, you're bad. That's how it
It's
works.
probably less angry and more like disappointed. You're like, I thought if I was super mad, I'd be like, I could spin and scream and my eyes would turn yellow.
It's
everyone would
probably
die.
because he's like torn, right? So he's weakening him.
Well, no, I'm not. Okay, I said I was angry, but Jedi don't get angry. It's not like that's just, it's hard to role play a Jedi and never say that makes me mad.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you guys can rush to the event horizon and take off basically at this point. I think at this point, really, the only other thing is to figure out is like, well, I mean, no, there has to be a role here to get out of the atmosphere without being like shot down by a Sith ship.
Yeah. That's
Hopefully,
true.
Rail has a good pilot that he paid.
Yeah. Let's find out.
We can say that for purposes. I haven't made a Losh Tack's character sheet yet. Let's just say that a Losh Tack can fly the ship.
Heck yeah.
Let's hope so.
I want to talk to him. Be like, see,
Yeah.
that's what Jedi do. We save people.
They crush people's spines and have
He
Turn
Go
his
would
spine
probably
sailing.
think that was cool. He'd probably be like, dude, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Wookiees are supposed to do.
I mean, that was his whole thing earlier.
That's
It's
actually
like, you're
fair,
weak, and you're like, I crushed a woman's spine and sent her
Yeah.
off the ship. There you go.
Well, yeah. What probably is going to happen though is he's gonna actually come to you first and be like, "Dude, that was so awesome. See, this is why you need to leave the Jedi. They won't let you do stuff like that." And you'll be like,
And then
"Ooh,
I'll be
yeah,
like,
dark
wait a
side.
minute, that's true.
Yeah.
Or he'll be like, come teach me how to punt Sith. One of the two.
All right.
Yeah, when I get to Lashak, he like pulls me up where I say, "Did you get it?" And then he hands me a black and silver like pyramidal box, and then I hobble onto the ship with him. Just for
I want to roll.
Sounds like a holocron.
I want to roll observation.
What? Wait, say that again, Rel.
Ren or Rel?
Rel.
Which part do you want me to say again?
Again, all of it.
All of it?
I was trying to find the pilot rules.
Oh yeah, I asked Lashtek if he'd gotten it, and then he hands me a black and white or black and silver holocron, basically.
Yeah, perfect.
I roll an observation that has no chance of succeeding.
No, you could roll a Sith doctrine though, or Jedi doctrine to learn something about it. It would be very difficult.
I don't know if it would count for either of those.
It would be very difficult, is what I.
Well, no, I don't want to know about it. I want to know.
I mean, he described it like everybody sees it.
I know, but it sounded like
trying to
hide it. Well, I mean, he's trying to not.
Oh, he is trying to hide
actively hiding it, but they're off, and he's like, okay, we're gonna get on the ship real quick now. So he's not like. I mean, Alashtak has it. I mean, he's probably not hiding it, but I am trying to.
I mean, yeah, either there's a role that either Rel is actively trying to hide it and there's a role, or he's not and Kalos just sees it.
Sure, I'll make a roll. Is that stealthy or?
It would probably be inconspicuous. Just based on will.
Or stealthy.
I don't think I actually have that. I have a better will anyways.
So yeah, I figure.
Stealthy either.
So you can make an observation against this, Rel.
All right. What's it saying for? Oh, never mind. That's perception. That's okay. That's gonna go on. There we go.
Oh, you still have mini wound.
Wounded.
You have the mini wound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This will be the second time I've succeeded observation, even though I don't have it.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll it. As long as you don't get a 0, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't get 0.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, nice. My 0 doubles, though.
You can both mark bubbles.
I need one more. Then I got observation.
Nice.
So yeah, you notice this Kalos, and you can roll a Sith or Jedi doctrine to know something about it. It'll be a very difficult test, but
may as well. I could use another challenging Sith doctrine.
I'm thinking Ob 6 to know a general vague idea of what it could be. Ob 8 to like actually know what it is for sure.
I'll just roll base. 6 into a 6 is a challenging, right?
It's a difficult.
Just so you know,
really?
Caleb, this is the
I know
physical portion of my. Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure.
Wow.
I suppose.
Yeah, I just think there's a possibility that Sith being who they are, they would know something about this.
Okay.
I mean, I got 3 6s.
Yeah, I mean, spend one fate.
Yeah.
What, you're just trying to know what it is?
Yeah. If I spend 2 fate,
he wouldn't just know.
4?
That's not a general like. You wouldn't just know it's a holocron or whatever.
It's not. Yeah, I know what it is. And it's very, very specific thing.
It just looks like a holocron.
It just looks like a holocron.
It's like the thing that gets you to Exegol.
Wow. Yeah. You got a. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. So Kalos, you know exactly what this is for some odd reason.
Yeah. Now was that a graduated thing or was that a pick your difficulty thing?
I guess it was a kind
usually
of
you have to pick
thing.
A difficulty, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So Kalos, David, you explain this. What's the vague thing that a Sith might know about this thing?
Okay, I think. And I mean, I don't know much about holocrons actually, but like if there was a difference between a holocron that you put your member berries in and, I remember these things, here's my information, or like one you would try and possess to be like, I'm going to come back in 10,000 years. I'm just going to download my brain into this. It's closer to the second one.
That's something you download your brain into?
Yeah. So like
it carries the consciousness of Darth Bane or something.
So if somebody wanted to put their conscious into like an artifact, it's more aligned with that than just like a
repository of knowledge. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how you could see that because all holocrons look the same. I don't know how you be able to tell the difference. But
full honesty.
Maybe he's seen that one before.
I don't think that's possible. Just
full honesty, I did all of this to get an observation test, not thinking I was going to succeed, and somehow, despite all of the odds.
Yeah.
But to be fair, this is probably the kind of thing you would run into on Korriban, that information. It's probably the kind of thing you would run into on Korriban. So
you don't have observation. You literally don't even.
None of us do.
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I have 5.
Yeah, Bianca does.
Connor and I.
Can I roll observation to know what it is?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to not fail. You just have to not get a 0.
It's the same ob,
Well,
right?
It would be observation to see it, which is ob 0, and then it's a different roll to know if you know what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll observation ob 0.
Yeah, you basically can't fail. I think. Yeah.
Yep.
You got it.
And then if you want to roll Jedi Doctrine, same obstacle. No, more difficult obstacle. Knowing the
it would be. I wouldn't get it, but I'll roll it.
Yeah, roll Jedi Doctrine ob 8.
Ob 8.
Ob 8. Yeah.
I mean, that was my ob, wasn't it?
Yours is ob 6 to know general information about it. Biaka's is ob 8
what about
to know
heresy
general
wise?
information. You can fork it in.
Because Sith Doctrine's heresy.
You can fork it in, yeah.
Me.
And you could probably do Force Tremors wise if you have that.
That's fair. Yeah, it probably is giving off force tremors. Yeah.
I don't think anything else, though.
No.
Base ob 8?
Yep.
Give me all 6s, baby. Oh!
No successes.
Yeah, so challenging roll.
I have no idea.
Yeah, go ahead and mark challenging. Yep.
It's a shiny pyramid.
On observation, right?
You have no idea. But yeah, cool. So you guys get into the ship, and the ship starts taking off, and then Alashtak is going to make a roll here to attempt to get you out into orbit so you can navigate away. So let's see.
Where are we going?
No, we don't know yet.
Argue about it.
Yeah, again. All right. So 2, 4. It's going to be an ob 5. He's going to be rolling 9 dice. Does anyone have any forks or helps, rather?
I roll telekinesis.
I don't think so.
I want to make a protective dome around the ship to deflect incoming blaster fire.
No,
Sure.
That's an ob 30.
Yeah, I was going to say ob 8 for a linked test for that.
Oh, linked set. Okay. I want to roll meditation to tell him where to not go.
Can I help him with city wise, and we can fly through the city and try and lose them? Cool.
Why don't we just fly through the lower level?
I mean, you're wanting to get off the planet, so.
I mean, to avoid the bullets.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what we're doing, I assume, with Rel city wise, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Ren and Kalos, are you actually added anything with help?
Probably add tactics. You're trying not to get shot by a space.
I'll add tactics.
I don't think tactics make sense in this situation. It's literally just a chase sequence, right? It's not.
Well, I mean, most of these ships are like fighting other people in an orbit, right? So if they know their tactical movements,
is the ship really chasing us now?
None of the 3 of these characters have any ship skills at all, so they would have no context to understand ship tactics. They're
part of a war. That's
literally tactics is squad based tactics. It's like literally like your squad is attacking people on the ground. Kalos has strategy. Kalos could help with strategy.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. You're probably right. I guess they're different scales.
Yeah,
maybe if they were fighter pilots, tactics would make sense. But.
Right, exactly. Ren, you want to help with anything?
What's the situation? I walked away.
Meditate.
Trying to get out of into orbit, escape all the Sith ships. Alashtak, Rel's Wookiee bodyguard is flying it. Yeah.
Can they use meditation to try and avoid Sith?
To try and cloak our...
yes, that's true. Actually, this would be Kalos, really, more than anything. Kalos has to roll meditation to cloak his presence.
But could they also help with meditation and try to avoid?
Can I use Jedi Doctrine to help him?
So we're trying to help a pilot check here. Let's take a step back. All right, city-wise and strategy.
Jedi Doctrine to his links test of meditation.
City-wise and strategy are definitely helps here. I don't think you can automatically fork in meditation. You can make a
Connor,
links
you have
test.
Contested sector-wise.
Yes, that will help.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's about being in a war zone. It's about being in a war zone. That's like the main point.
Yeah,
That's probably
fair.
the most
Okay.
appropriate use of it so
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go. That's what I contribute. Do I have to roll for it, or
No,
am I
you're just helping. Yeah.
working? Okay.
You'll get whatever it's an OB 5, so you'll get whatever that test is.
Ooh, that's going to be challenging.
For your skill, yeah.
I
Bianca, are you helping with anything?
Earlier, didn't I? I didn't put a test in there for that.
Oh, I don't think you did. Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Bianca's tactics, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. And that was a 4.
It was op 2.
Op 3.
Or no, op 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I have 3 dice, so that's routine.
No, you have that's difficult.
Oh, okay.
Same amount of dice as the op is difficult.
Okay.
Bianca, are you helping with anything?
No, because I wasn't paying attention.
We're helping the pilot
check.
navigate.
Can I meditate? And you're already doing that, huh?
No, I'm using strategy, and Connor is using contested sector-wise.
You could probably help with force tremors wise, Bianca.
Yes, I probably will.
So
I will.
I guess you don't need a challenging on that, but yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna add 4 more dice to this. So he needs 5 successes. He got him.
Nice. He's a good pilot, man.
Yes, yeah. He had so we get stuff to work with. Cool. So
dang it, what was the difficulty for that?
5.
Oh, so that was routine.
What's your
sorry. For
what's your strategy?
It's 2. It's 2.
Strategy is 2 for you?
Yeah.
Then it's a challenging test for you. Cool. So you guys managed to shake the Sith ships and fly through the city, right? In such a way that you can lose them and then get into orbit. Then the question is, and Loshtek probably yells this back in Wookiee, like, where are we going?
What's the name of that planet? The Sith one?
Korriban?
Yeah, that one. No, the Yavin. The not Korriban one.
Yeah, Yavin 4. Is that what you suggest?
Yeah.
I mean, this is your ship.
Look at Callus and say, the children are on Yavin. That's where we're going.
So
I'd like explain to me.
I'd just like to point out
the children.
Yeah, I would just like to point out exactly what you just said. You just said, let's go to the heart of the Sith Empire and probably just get captured.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're all here now.
Yeah. Everyone who matters is here.
Yeah, they're all at Manda fighting the not Mandalorians. I remember when it came up, Callus was just kind of like, cool, and just took it in stride, and I was surprised by that.
Did you explain why they're so important to you?
I think I was pretty evasive, if I remember right. I think I said it was personal.
I think that is what you said.
Yeah, because I remember there were some jokes.
It didn't take much persuading, for reasons.
But I mean, I guess I see that as much to a Loshtek as I say it to Callus.
I just nod. I assume Ren and or Bioka have something to say.
Oh, and I take it that going in directly into the Sith Empire is your plan? To not get captured by the Sith. We're going to the Sith. Great idea, Rel.
No, we're going to the Sith to save some Force-sensitive children. There's not really a plan since we started being shot at 10 minutes ago.
What Sith stole children? That's what I don't understand. Sorry, Connor. Can I say that in character?
Yeah.
What was the question?
So you mentioned children being stolen by the Sith, but I don't know anything about that. So, right. But I remember. So I say, Sith taking children. Is that what Callus was talking about earlier? and then whoever wants to keep talking. I'm just saying it. I don't really expect Kalos to answer. I'm just asking like mid conversation.
Well, before Ren so rudely tried to kill me, I was trying to tell him we should go save these children who are currently being tortured in unimaginable ways. But apparently getting me to Coruscant is more important than dead children or tortured children.
I'm going to defer to my master on this one.
Everyone looks at Ren.
That's you, Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking through what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I opened my mouth to say something, and then you guys interrupted me. But then I thought
that was my bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I'm saying no. Never mind. Not you. Yeah.
I mean, for more in-character context, just because I don't think that you have it, because I've only talked to Kels about it. Ralph says, this ship was transporting Force-sensitive children to Manda and never made it. When you brought it here, I wondered if, based on the model, it was that ship, which is why I was so interested in obtaining it. And I have confirmed that it was, and the ship's records indicate that they are at Yavin. So that's where we are going. They've been taken by the Sith, and I don't appreciate that.
Do you guys have any idea what's at stake here?
Yes, I think we made it pretty clear. Children.
Oh, right. The children. Yes, the children that are in the galaxy around the Sith Empire. Yeah. And you know what happens if these Sith find out where Korriban is?
Yes, I'm aware.
A lot more dead children. I will go save the Sith. Or not Sith, sorry. I'll go save the children. Bianca and I both. You guys go to not Korriban. Gosh, I'm messing this up. You two go to Coruscant. Make sure that I almost said Ren. Make sure that Kalos is safe and with the Jedi. This is insanity that you think sending the one person in the galaxy who knows exactly where the Sith are all trying to get, and you just want to send them straight into the heart of the Sith to save some children that Bianca and I can save, that any other Jedi could save, that your shotgun men could save, your money could save.
So you're saying it's incredibly easy to march into the heart of the Sith Empire and save children? Anyone could do it? It's good to know.
Well, Ren couldn't even beat one of them. So I don't know if I'd trust them.
Yes, see, Kalos, I trust to get the job done, which is why I broached the subject to him. But if you can promise me that you'll do it, then I'll take him to Coruscant.
I like kneel in like a Jedi, like, you know, in a Jedi way.
I won't marry you.
Gosh, I swear to you.
And Bianca, you can tell that his body language is very uncomfortable, and he looks at Ren and says, "Master, I don't think you're thinking straight."
Listen, all of you, the only thing we need to do is bring Kalos to the Jedi Council. Rel, I swear to you that I will save those children.
So out of character, so we don't split the party.
I guess I'm muted. That was my bad.
Oh.
I was trying to talk.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I said, Master, he just killed the Sith apprentice by himself. If we go with them, we make sure that Kalos, we know where Kalos is. If we leave them to go to Coruscant by themselves, who knows where they're going to go?
I look to Rel. Do you swear to me that you'll bring him to Coruscant? To the Jedi Council?
When you say Coruscant, he says, of course. So he says it early.
Yep. I shake my head and I look at Bianca and I say, I suppose you're right.
So out of character, I forget what did the Sith show you in that vision that was like a lie that you believed?
You believe Jaina was killed their master.
Oh,
in, okay. Cold blood, I think.
That was all it was.
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. So it didn't.
Yeah,
okay.
That kind of got buried in the sea of drama.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I just, yeah. Out of character. I don't know what we should. I think we need to just go to Yavin. I think it'd be cool.
But it sounds like Ren just
yeah,
agreed, right? Because you said you can't trust us to go, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so are you saying we should go to Yavin? All of us should go to Yavin, or just you two?
All of us.
I was saying that just Bianca and I should go to Yavin, and you two should go to Coruscant.
But now he's understood that
now because I can't trust either of you to go to Coruscant.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to take him there and just bury him, like not literally, but.
I didn't even have to promise I'd go to Coruscant after this. You gave in so much easier than I thought.
Oh no, I just realized that I can't trust you two to go to Coruscant.
Oh, okay. So you don't. Okay, so you haven't said that we're going to Yavin.
No,
okay.
I still don't think we should go.
Okay.
Right.
So
I have a question out of character. Can you not just like use some kind of Jedi trick and block this information in his brain so he can't? Like, is that not a thing?
If you had telepathy.
Yeah.
None of us have that.
Couldn't you just have somebody be like, you don't remember where Korriban is? And then it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Yeah, but you can't really do that against anybody with a strong mind.
Right, but I mean,
well,
he doesn't
not only
have to
that,
resist.
but if we could do that, so the Sith could do that too, and just undo it.
Well, I mean,
Korriban.
I mean, it depends on the actual effect. If you're actually erasing information, then they couldn't. But I don't know.
But to do that, he'd have to bring me to Coruscant.
Right.
Yeah, but do you even necessarily want to forget?
That too. I don't want the Jedi in my. It's not that he doesn't trust them to not erase the memory. He doesn't trust them to not do more.
They're just going to pull a Revan on him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they did do that to Revan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since we're not getting anywhere, I look to Ren and like he holds out his lightsaber to him and says, "I give you my word that if we do this, I'll go to Coruscant willingly." No games.
He chuckles and he just goes, after all this time, after everything that you've done, you expect me to believe that?
Well, I haven't lied yet.
And Ren just kind of like thinks back through, and he's like thinking of all the times that you've exaggerated and stretched the truth and like all that stuff. And he is like, a direct lie? Like, maybe this is my only like hope here, is to just take him at his word. Because he knows he can't beat him. He's like, although not necessarily true, because he beat you before, he restrained you before, but I guess Ren probably just assumes that he was just letting himself be captured at that point.
He wasn't using hatred either, which was the big difference. Yeah.
But I mean, what are we going to do? Like, we're on their ship.
Yeah. Ren just shakes his head and he says, "You've given me no other choice." Yavin 4 it is.
I was going to say, wait.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, road trip.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. No, I guess
I think that for sure happens. I'm like, you give me no other choice, and everybody's like,
Yeah. Everyone gets real nervous all of a sudden.
Now I'm gonna have to
other choice.
I'm gonna have to design a Sith academy on Yavin 4 and figure out the defenses. And so thanks, guys.
We're all gonna instantly be caught because none of us have stealthy abilities.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Was the intention ever to be stealthy? I didn't.
How do we know the kids are even alive?
Well, yeah, Rel knew that they were taken to be trained as Sith.
Oh, okay.
Because they're Force sensitive, so why would they just kill them? You know, they could train them as Sith.
Because they
weren't. I'm sure one or two have died at this point because knowing the Sith training, especially like breaking a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But how do these guys know how to do anything if they haven't even been taught by the Sith?
Who are you talking about?
The Sith they have
aren't real Sith of learning.
Oh yeah, so Yavin 4. Remember, Yavin 4 is the resting place of the Naga Sadao.
Like Sith temples. Right?
Yeah, so there's like Sith temples in there and stuff. So they learn from that. It's not the like pure Sith knowledge, but it's like peripheral.
Because it's just a tomb. It's not.
It's not all of the tombs of the entire Sith Empire or whatever. Yeah.
There are a few planets that have like Sith like artifacts and temples.
Yeah. And also for our purposes, we're overemphasizing the importance of Korriban for this conceit of the game. So there's probably something else on Korriban that like Kalos knows about that we haven't learned yet. That's like the big thing that they would get if they went there. So all right, cool. Let's go ahead and hand out some Artha.
Real quick before we're done.
Yep.
Rel says, that's been decided. And he looks at Elash and says, "Can I borrow your blaster?"
Right. Yeah. He hands you a slug thrower.
Says,
"Shoot me!
I'll be back in an hour." And he goes and like goes into one of it, like his room somewhere. And then I guess we'll cut away
on the ship.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Ren.
Who are you gonna execute in the corner there, buddy?
Yeah, like that's not ominous. Like
this other slave that we've had on the ship the whole time.
Yeah,
it's fine.
He's gonna go shoot the original torso boy. Dude. He's still on the ship, right?
We actually have two prisoners on the ship.
I'm pretty sure Rel is just the Rel initially took them somewhere like a lock. A holding cell, and now they're probably just gonna die. Yeah, because he's leaving. Either way, we don't have to worry about him anymore.
Can I have stole that? Oh, no, never mind. He didn't have his lightsaber anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I have it anyways. I think I got it from Nibbit.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. All right, Ren. Let's go through your stuff.
Okay. Bianca is unaware. I didn't do this at all. Bianca is unaware of my newfound revelations as to the Force. I would try to explain to him my view.
We could probably have a conversation on the way to Yavin. Get any of those conversations out of the way that you guys want to have before you get
there. What I should have done was kept my other belief that I had about this Vizier. Venice. Yeah, Venice. That I forgot about, but too late now. The Jedi are right to want Kallus back to Coruscant. I will bring Kallus to the Jedi Council. I would start by besting him in combat. I failed, but I worked towards it, right?
Yeah, so fate.
Yep. Okay. And then we are being attacked. I will keep Kallus from the Sith. I tried. I guess I technically didn't succeed myself.
I don't think you were the reason for it, so you can take fate, but not a persona.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't think I'll give you a fate point for haunted by luminous beings.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think that's probably it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Kalos.
Ren has been a thorn in my side, and now he has the audacity to draw on me. I will show him what challenging me means.
That sounds like Ren like drew a mustache on you with like a permanent marker.
It sounded to me like he squared off and then somebody started playing a harmonica and he drew a 6-shooter.
I think I got a persona for that, right?
Yes, I think so. You showed him what challenging you means. Yep.
What Jaina is doing is good work keeping these children away from the war and the teachings of the Jedi Council. I will do what I can to protect them. I took on the brunt of the Sith.
None of that was about
escaped.
protecting Jaina. I mean, Jaina got that's kind of my fault. Jaina just got shuffled off at the very beginning because I didn't want Nibbit to go along with everybody else, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure he got shuffled off. So nothing there, but I guess that's kind of my fault. So sorry about that.
Relcash could be a useful ally. Saving those kids could bring them to my side. I will convince Ren and Bioka to save the kids.
And typically I'd have to have you make a roll, but you lost something because you promised them that you would go back with them to Coruscant. So I'll give you the persona for that because you
all right.
A resource was expended either way.
Mm-hmm. Never trust a Jedi or a Sith for that matter. I mean, we're going to the heart of the Sith Empire just because I don't trust the Jedi.
That's fair. Yeah. You're just continually trying to stall. So yeah, fate point.
Mm-hmm. 11. Oh, sorry, no. That's how many. Never leave a challenge unanswered. Did I injure Connor or no?
No, you didn't.
No. Okay.
You didn't spend a persona point.
I'll give you a fate point for never feel the need to lie, right?
Yeah.
Because that was like the whole point about you're just like, listen, I don't lie, and I'm promising you this now. So
does forcing Connor to spend a persona point to not die count since he's on our side? Then that doesn't help us.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because
I also spent I spent a lot. I spent points too.
Yeah, because there was
a cost.
Or no, you didn't actually injure him. You used intimidation.
Yeah.
Remember.
But I spent a point. There was a cost, Caleb.
What are you arguing for? I'm confused.
Never leave a challenge unanswered. It didn't get me into trouble, but there was
yes, I'll give you a fate point for it. Yeah, sure. I think that's probably it though.
And I mean, do I get my standard trait for being hunted and people dying and explosions?
Yes, yeah. We'll do Aura of Fear this time, I think.
So that's just another fate?
Another fate, yeah. Rel.
Yeah, I have the Force-sensitive children I found have been captured. I will gather what assistance I can in retrieving them.
Yes. I don't know if you made a roll on that the entire time, but I'll give you a fate point for it.
I mean,
I'm not sure you really get anything persona worthy for that, but you did things, but it was like pretty minor stuff and not really
that's
persona worthy.
Jaina has continued to violate our agreement. I will correct her behavior or find a suitable replacement. I didn't do that, obviously.
Yeah. She got away.
And then I didn't really do anything to profit from the situation of Korriban being a thing.
Yeah, this was Rel helps everybody else escape.
I mean,
you can get a fate point. I think you're working towards it. I mean, getting back to children is part of the whole.
Okay.
Right, like you're
I'd count that as profit.
Right, yeah, you're using Kalos to get more stuff still.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Cool. And then instincts always find the profit. I don't really think I got hurt, but
I mean, we're going to the heart of the Empire to find some profit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a fate for never get my hands dirty when I can pay someone else to do it, simply because you got beat up by a bunch of people and you just couldn't really do anything about it. Like it just kind of showed us in this moment that Rel really doesn't have any combat skills whatsoever.
Rely on other people to do that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I don't think any of my traits got me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Cool. No.
All right, Biyaka. Didn't do anything with Kalos this session.
I didn't really do any of them. Well, I want to say that I was hinting at like Ren having something wrong with him the whole time.
For sure.
Like,
yeah. I mean,
every time I talk to him,
we're leaning towards it, but you guys haven't actually had the chance to have a conversation.
He high-fived me. I think he should get fate for the first one.
Hey, that's true. I didn't say you, Sith, get away.
That's
from me.
fair. Yeah, you do actually have a. Okay. I'll give you a fate point for it.
Yeah.
You're working.
Because I'm not going to get anything else. I don't think.
Well, Kalos must be protected, and it'll try and keep him safe and get to Coruscant as soon as possible. If another fate on that.
I killed 2 bad guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 2 fate there for those beliefs. I think that's
Can my instinct be that now I trust Kalos? So he earned my trust for the third one.
The third belief, you mean?
Instinct. I don't trust any non-Jedi until they earn it.
I mean, that can still be generally true, even if you can you're just saying that Kalos has earned it now. That doesn't change your instinct, right?
No, but how do you earn points? How do you earn points for instincts?
If it gets you into trouble, right? Like if you had refused the handshake, you probably would, or high five, you would have probably gotten fate for this one. But instead, you got a fate for the trusting Kalos one.
So I only get 2.
Yeah, just you this time.
I mean, I have 17 fate. What am I supposed to do with them?
just
you just need to spend them more.
Spend them out the wazoo whenever you do anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Use them to use the Force. So
yeah,
that's the thing.
All right, let's look at the other extra stuff.
Oh yeah, did I use Force powers? No.
I feel like there was a few telekinesis.
Like when you
if anyone used telekinesis and didn't spend a fate, just go ahead and erase a fate and put it on telekinesis for every time you rolled that.
Does the telekinesis is rolling defense with telekinesis count? Because that's the only time I use the power.
Is whenever you make the roll.
So Connor and I both need to
spend a fate on telekinesis.
The telekinesis roll.
Connor also used it to catch his lightsaber.
That's true. Yeah. So two for Connor. Let's see. Did anyone have an in-character game stopper humor thing happen? I'm trying to remember. There was something. There was
some sick burns on the Sith.
yeah. I think Kalos gets that fate point for his conversation with Ulick.
I think Biaka also had some funny insults to him. I don't remember if they were in character or out of character though.
No, I don't. I'm gonna say it wasn't actually.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. The moment that stood out to me was Kalos's like burst out laughing at the the Sith for even asking. That was pretty funny.
I mean, it was funny when I told Ren he sucks for losing to.
Oh yeah, you got beat by a girl. Yeah, take one.
Yeah. You get a fate for that.
that was great. Poor Ren. You statistically should have won that.
Yeah, that was rough.
Let's see. Right skill, right time for having skill to make the story go. I'm trying to think if
power.
Observation.
You know what? I'm gonna give Biaka, you can get tactics for navigating everybody through to the rendezvous point. Mm-hmm. Rel, I'm gonna give you transmissions. Right? For actually being able to talk with the dude because you just literally had that skill. Yeah.
So what do I do?
Just another fate point for this. Mm-hmm. And then Kalos, you can take for you don't actually have observation. I'll do. You know what? I'll give you one for Sith doctrine because you randomly happen to know something about that holocron thing, right?
That's true.
That was. Pretty
you have to have a skill unlocked to get a fate for it.
Yes, to get right skill right time. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because the idea is like it's for clever character burning. Is like that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Embodiment and mold breaker. Anything stand out to people for like desperate decisions, gruesome revenge, like dramatic moments, or a moment in which someone had to like conflict with traits and instincts and beliefs that were like going in opposite directions.
I feel like it was kind of not very Jedi to slam that lady off the walkway.
Yeah, but it wasn't like It wasn't like
I didn't even. It was very like uncivilized.
Yeah,
Jedi don't do that.
If it had been a bigger deal, I would have maybe. Yeah. But like you did it, and then just kind of like, we all kind of forgot about it in terms of dramatic tension.
Connor for agreeing to go to Yavin.
That was my thought too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ren has gotten one every session because Connor's knocking it out of the park with Ren's role playing here.
And maybe me for agreeing to go to Coruscant.
Yeah, I think Kalos was like more like the humor side this time, right? Okay. In terms of his focus. I don't know if it was suitably dramatic. Well, you know what? Yes. Yeah. I'll give you Mold Breaker because the reason you agree to it is because you don't lie, right? Mm-hmm. And so that was more about Like that was the conflict there. You had beliefs or instincts where you don't trust the Jedi, but you have another instinct, which is I can't lie. So once you're backed into a corner and you had to make a promise, we actually know as a character, as an audience, that you're going to keep it. So you can take a persona there. So yeah, Ren and Kalos persona for you guys. Can
I get a point for not selling people out to the Sith? Since I have an instinct to always find the profit, and I could have just been like, yeah, here he is, pay me lots of money. I mean, they weren't really offering me money.
So yeah, I mean, so the thing is, like, Rel immediately turned off the conversation. If he would actually, it was
clear he wasn't gonna let me do that. I was gonna offer that and then not do it.
So I wasn't trying to like get him to cut you off. I was just making the point that like he was like, listen, I want to have the negotiation now because you're gonna continue hearing explosions, like so that I have the advantage with this negotiation. I don't want to stop.
True.
But you just immediately cut off the conversation instead of continuing it. So if you had done so and then still, like, after being promised a bunch of stuff, still went with them and didn't sell them out to the Sith, then you could have gotten something.
Yeah, I guess from Rel's perspective, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to keep shooting at you." And I'm like, "Okay, that's not a like an actual negotiation." So I guess that was why I felt that way. I guess maybe I misunderstood. But
yeah, I think that was Rel maybe misunderstanding that situation, but that's fine because he very quickly made a decision. It wasn't like an inner turmoil thing for him. It was just like, okay.
That's fair.
And then we just have like steel and empathy and hatred. I don't know if actually there might be some steel stuff because there's
isn't orbital bombardment a steel test?
Yes, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Or
artillery bombardment.
Yeah. Orbital bombardment was in the Burning Wheel book as a thing that might be
weird. That'd be weird.
All right, let's go backwards. Let's see. Yeah, sustained artillery barrages. Everyone can take an OB 8 steel test for living through a war zone.
So what does that mean? What do I do?
If you look at your steel, what's your steel at?
6.
So that's a challenging for your steel.
Cool.
I think it's probably a challenging for everybody.
Is steel meant to be open-ended?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So everybody mark out challenging unless you have.
I still just need one routine for steel. Is there any other steel things that are like routine?
I mean, battle.
Battle is a routine.
I'm going backwards in from highest to lowest, so we might.
Oh, okay. No. Go forwards to go. That way, I can upgrade my steel and then get that challenging test.
Sure, Connor.
Yeah.
Let's see. What actually happened? You fought
did you give me fate for role playing?
No, a persona.
Persona?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's all you awarded me though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. For the
I walked away
stuff.
for a second. Okay.
You fought a duel to the death. That's the main thing that Ren did. So that's up 4 steel test.
Which
duel to the death.
Which is still a challenging. Yeah, I mean, you need a 1 to get a routine.
2.
No, I don't think 2 counts for.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. News of a relative dying, weird low-grade supernatural phenomena, witnessing violence, being in the presence of a character. Oh,
witnessing violence.
Yeah, but so the way it works is you get the higher thing if it would count for both categories, right?
So he witnessed me. He witnessed.
I don't think he did. He was hanging off a walkway.
No, he witnessed Yoka break that cheese.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Oh no. Witnessing violence is different from witnessing real bloodshed and gore, which is an op 3.
There was no bloodshed when I broke her back.
I mean, that's what it counts as. So the issue that I'm seeing here is there was nothing small enough. Like that's the point of these. Everything that happened to Ren was too big.
Just like your empathy.
Yeah.
You just can't get the small things. What is it? What
you know what? Connor. No, you got it. You got an ob 1. Weird low-grade supernatural phenomena. Venus appeared to you.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's happened like 7 games. That's happened like 7 sessions in a row.
I know.
Oh, that's so irritating.
Yeah, so you just upgraded it for sure.
Is my Sith aura a thing? Because that should count as a steal test. Does he get a
Oh
point,
yeah.
a low point for feeling my aura in a battle, like against him?
How come you can't use your like scary aura to fight people?
He can.
Is that
He
not
just
a
hasn't
thing?
really
yeah.
done it. Sorry, what were you asking, Jared?
Does he get a routine for like experiencing my aura in our
so that one is actually in here more or less. And that's an op 2. So yes, you can get another routine.
You're welcome.
I should have like all of my routine tests all the way up. I should have had 4 steel and had this all the way up.
You felt my aura almost every session.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so anyone else who was involved in the battle,
session.
anyone else who was involved in the battle,
I witnessed violence and got tased, right?
You did, yeah. I'm trying to figure this out for everybody.
Witnessed and experienced.
So, Biaka and Kalos, you got fight a duel to the death. So, ob 4 steel test.
So what is that? What do I do?
Well, I get that one too, don't I?
So whatever it is for. Yeah, I already marked it for you, Connor.
Oh, okay, thanks.
You have 6 steel, so it's probably routine, so you don't need it.
So do I? Oh
no, yeah, you don't need it
because you have 0 routine.
Oh no.
But I have 2. Can I add them up?
No. It's an I said ob. Oh yeah, you're right. Ob 4.
Yeah, ob 4. He has 6.
Yeah.
Since I killed 2 people, can I add them up?
Yeah, I was gonna say like stabbing someone to death and murder in cold blood are on ob 5. I think breaking someone's spine and shoving them off a cliff is probably around that level. So you can mark that difficult.
Cutting off someone's hand and
what about for killing the other guy?
Yeah, that was already fighting a duel to the death. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do I only get
just the one difficult? I think. What were you asking, Jared?
Oh, never mind. You answered it.
And then Rel, you get an ob 3 for being badly beaten up.
Okay.
Does Ren get that as well?
Actually, you get 2 ob 3s, Rel, because when you also witnessed real bloodshed and gore.
Right. Cool. Okay.
So Ren took a midi wound, right?
No, Ren didn't take anyone. Remember, he spent the persona to be hanging off the walkway.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that is it though for everybody. For steel. And then hatred and empathy. Let's see. Empathy. We'll start from the top and go down. Save an evil person from a terrible fate, accepting that your story is over and it's time to move on. Sacrificing your life for the greater good, passing on all you have gained to the next generation. Ob 8. Staying your blade, though you know the act will come back to haunt you. Refusing to enact revenge in the moment where nothing stands in your way. Acting in acknowledgement of the darkness within yourself, without fearing it or submitting to it. Obstacle 7. Making amends to those you have most deeply wronged, even if they may never forgive you. Betraying a belief that, if acted upon, would have resulted in the suffering of another. Making reparations for the damages done by another. Obstacle 6. Paying a debt owed by someone else, honoring a promise sworn by another, an act of mercy towards another in the hope of swaying them toward the light, taking on a disciple. Obstacle 5. Resolving an issue plaguing an entire community, providing aid when the act will certainly end up costing you. That's one you got, Ren. Ob 5 for going to Yavin. You too, Biaka, obviously.
I'm fairly certain I only need routine for this as well. It's ob 5, you said?
So, yeah, ob 5. So for you, Biaka, that's challenging.
Oh, no.
What?
I don't need that.
Challenging on empathy.
I need a difficult and a routine, so that's...
Just remember that was
2
there,
and 1.
and then if you get the ones you need, then apply it afterwards.
Can you read that one again, Caleb?
It was providing aid when the act will certainly end up costing you. Right.
What's the thing right before that?
Resolving an issue plaguing an entire community.
Didn't we do that? Or did we not solve the issue?
No, he just kind of ran away.
Yeah, no, we kind of just left the city to be destroyed.
Well, to be fair, the only reason they were there was for Kalos. So
yeah.
We kind of did solve
we
it.
did protect. Yeah, they're not going to come back.
That's fair. Resolving an issue plaguing an entire community. I mean, you both get challengings, but neither of you need more challenging, so it doesn't matter.
But if they do advance, they could get those challengings.
I doubt they will.
Next, okay.
Let's see. Sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't deserve it, joining someone in a quest to right a wrong, renewing a broken relationship, mediating a conflict between two parties without taking sides. Embracing the consequences of your own failure with humility, acting in contradiction of an instinct in order to help someone in need, delivering a person from captivity, abiding by foreign customs or arbitrary rules for the purpose of keeping the peace.
Bioka might get one for mediating because he tried to mediate between me and Connor that time.
Did he?
I
think so.
Yeah, that's fine. I must have.
But I mean, did I pick a side? I don't know if I really picked a side.
I don't think you did. Yeah.
I think you're supposed to not pick a side.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah.
Okay.
So that's an ob 4, which is a difficult for you, Bioka.
On empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So how do you level up? What do I need to level up?
So you need the
4 routine.
Yeah, you need 4 routines. Unfortunately, you've already gotten the one challenge. So
some little
unfortunately, that difficult didn't actually help anything because you need difficult or challenging and the 4 routines.
Okay, that makes sense.
So let's see. Taking the side of the underdog if only because they would otherwise be alone, tending another's wound, dissuading someone from enacting revenge, protecting someone from physical harm. Biyaka, you can take an ob 2 empathy, which is a routine for protecting Ren from physical harm.
Sweet.
Providing
that ended up being a good decision.
Yeah. Providing sanctuary to someone in immediate need, speaking out against injustice or cruelty, consoling the grief-stricken or the angry. Yeah, I don't think anyone did those particularly. Can anyone think of anything empathy related that isn't on these, like the actual listings here, but that seems in a general category of them? That either Ren or
my question is, what are the examples of 1 and 2 again? Because if I've missed all these like routine steel tests, I need a 1 and a 2 for empathy.
Taking the side of the underdog, if only because they would otherwise be alone, tending another's wound, dissuading someone from enacting revenge, protecting someone from physical harm.
He took his own side and he's the underdog.
And then also providing sanctuary to someone in immediate need, speaking out against injustice or cruelty, consoling the grief-stricken or angry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you were skirting the line.
Ren's pretty aloof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I gotta adjust my role playing.
Yeah, you gotta be more empathetic, dude.
Yeah.
And then hatred. We'll start from the top. Let's see. An act of destruction merely to cause someone else grief. Violence for the mere sport of it. Acting on the conviction that someone who was once your closest friend is now your greatest enemy. Killing someone because you foresee no further utility in them. Exercising your sorceress power to humiliate, punish, or oppress. Instilling false hope in another to keep them on their current path. If you were lying about that, Kalos, that might be instilling.
Lying about what?
Going back to Coruscant, instilling false hope.
Oh, you're talking about Kalos.
Kalos, yeah. We're on hatred now. No. Orchestrating someone's ruin to claim what they have, slaughtering someone because they threaten your advancement, destroying something precious simply because it presents an obstacle. Punishing a subordinate or ally for failing to meet your demands, exploiting the principles and ideals that others live by, persuading someone to pledge themselves to hatred, rewarding subservience, seeking someone's downfall before they can become a rival. I'll give you that one for Ulick in this situation, Kalos.
I mean, I didn't go out of my way to do it. Is that a routine or a difficult?
It's an ob 4.
That would be routine. I mean, I could see it going either way.
Well, I think it actually would be punishing someone for opposing you. Op 3, which is still a routine, but
yeah,
I think it's more that.
Did I mean,
you cut off his hand and then shoved him down the.
I mean, he tripped.
Yeah, no, I think you got routine hatred.
He fell down the stairs on his own.
Yeah. Conspiring against a friend or a loyal ally, dredging up the past to bring out the worst in others. Kalos, I feel like you do that a lot. Anytime, no. Ren. As soon as the Sith showed up, you were like, "It's his fault." It's look what you did again. Right. So that's a routine.
I'll take that routine.
Yep.
And I also mocked him for losing to a girl.
Yeah. Using someone's relationship against them, plotting revenge, sowing enmity between others, showing off a trophy that represents the destruction of a significant adversary.
I should have taken.
Okay, legitimate question mechanically though. Like, let's say there was twice where I consoled somebody who was grief-stricken in an episode. Do I get 2 routine tests for that then, or just 1?
If you did what?
So for
he did the same empathy action twice. Does he get 2 tests?
Or is it just if you've done this session? Because that's applicable to what Carlos just said of
I think it counts
multiple instances.
I think it counts multiple.
Me. Okay.
Unless they're similar enough, right? Unless it's you basically just did the same thing twice, kind of in the same situation.
So if I murder 6 innocent people,
I think it only counts as if you did it all in one action, right? It's not gonna count.
Wow, so Anakin would have just gotten 1.
Yeah, but he would have gotten a of 8 or whatever, right?
Yeah, so I feel like it goes from being you murdered a person to you massacred 6 people, right? It's still 1 test, but it's worse.
Exactly.
Sure.
So is me bringing up he couldn't kill even 1, and
I don't think that was big enough. I think it's mainly just you brought the Sith upon us again.
If a little ribbing turned you to the dark side,
it's not. It's literally that you've been on Ren the entire time about you've just you're the one who's bringing the Sith every time they come. So yeah.
I mean,
that's also true. So.
Yeah, but it's still bad.
I guess I don't need to point it out.
Yeah, lying to defame or demoralize. Coercion through physical violence, you definitely did that. Kalos, you fought Ren and pushed him to the breaking point with physical violence so that he would stop attacking you.
But that was
with the dark side flowing through it was so intimidation, dark side bullcrap stuff. Though.
Ren actually is the one who initiated. I feel like Ren learns that more than
the reason that I did that was so that I didn't have to kill him. The reason that Kalos went about it.
Here it is. Lording your victory over a bested opponent. That's what it was.
I didn't lord it over him though.
Yeah, you did. You said I've given you mercy 2 times. I won't give you the 3rd. That's come on.
That was a warning.
No. The entire way you went about this that was so arrogant.
I'll take her.
It's another routine.
But also doesn't Ren get a test for that too?
So Ren gets a test for provoking someone to violence, which is another aptitude towards hatred.
Well, no, there's a difference between provoking someone to violence and attacking them.
Right? Well, the severity of his doesn't matter. He gets 3 tests.
Oh, okay.
It's just an aptitude. It doesn't actually matter. Whatever it is, it's just 1 bubble. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Ren, the only action Ren actually took was try to take Kalos's lightsaber, right? And then Kalos went in and then they were fighting. I think the most Ren actually did in terms of dark side stuff was provoke him to the violence. Ren didn't. If Ren had literally just immediately tried to go for a killing blow, that's one thing. But
didn't he start that fight with the knowledge he might have to kill Kalos?
Yes, he did start the fight. But again, I think it's more provoking him to.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, the severity of it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
It's the same. It's also true. The 2, regardless.
But yeah, so that's it there. I don't know if. I don't think Byakuya got any of these. Even though he did break a gal's spine. I mean, it was still. It was part of the battle. It's not.
He was trying not to. Yeah.
It wasn't attacking a helpless person, really.
That's not that much less horrifying than chopping someone into 3 pieces.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there you go. That is Lords of Hatred. Some more Star Wars action for you. Hope it was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next time with another episode, and I guess we're going to Yavin 4. So that'll be good. That'll be fun. I think Yavin 4 will probably be the penultimate planet before we get in. And really, honestly, it's at this point, the ultimate planet is going to either be Coruscant or Korriban. It's going to be one of those. Yeah. We just don't know which one it's going to be yet. Right? Yeah. Because either you'll succeed on the mission and then go to Coruscant after, because Kalos promised, or you'll fail the mission, get captured, and then go to Korriban because Kalos is leading the Sith there, right? That's what I'm seeing in the future. We'll see if it gets there.
In that instance, I don't think that can happen without everyone else being dead.
Maybe. We'll see. It might be Kalos gets captured, everyone else escapes, and then they have to go after Kalos, right? So, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. Cool. That's been Lords of Hatred. Thanks for playing, guys. It was a blast. Thanks for watching. We are out. Adios.